days I found my light. With Jesus by my side, I conquer every fight. Walking in faith, I won't be afraid. His love surrounds me, my fears will fade. Hope is my anchor, love is my guide. With Jesus I'll overcome, I'll never hide. A warrior of strength, in His name I rise. In a world of chaos, His love never dies.
She's an award-winning author, speaker, owner of GodlyGranny.com, and podcast host, sharing the truth with you. This is The Michelle Moore Show.
Hi, everybody. So glad that you're with us today. Guess what? It's New Releases Day. I love it. This is one of my favorite shows that we do. Just because I guess, not only I know the products are great and we're excited about that, but we've been working on them for like months. And so, and we're holding them, like I have them in my hands and, and you're smelling them and we've been talking about them. Like we're all excited because finally it's like we get to go to the prom, it's like when you went and you got the dress and you set the date and all the stuff and you got the purse and you got the shoes and, and all that stuff. Okay. It's like, it's exciting when you finally get to go. Well, it's like that. It's like, oh my goodness, we know these products are going to be great for people and it's finally here and we're just so excited. So anyways, so it's a big day. And as we do more releases and just as things happen, we're just becoming a more and more well-oiled machine as well. Today, by the way, is a massive show. We've got like 36 brand new products coming out today, whether they're new flavors, new scents, new products completely. We are spins on new ones or existing ones that we have. So we have a lot of stuff going on. Got a big testimonial about what happened yesterday. I got to tell you about. I'm going to tell you when I get even here in a second. Okay, so I want to tell you though, we are going to do every 10th review, like we've been doing lately, every 10th review, where we're going to give away a $25 Godly Granny Bucks gift card. Producer Ron's monitoring that. He'll let me know the names as they go. But $25 Granny Bucks. And he pretty much gets those turned around same day. Like you'll get it sometime later tonight at the latest. So I want to let you know about that. All you have to do is go to the website, go to the page of a product that you're using that you love and you want to, you've experienced some kind of, how it's worked for you, what you've noticed, how it's impacted your hair, your skin, how you smell, whatever it is, and how it's helped you. And then you leave a review. The system automatically lets us know. So producer Ron will know. And then I'll be announcing every 10th reviewer gets a $25 Godly Granny Bucks gift card that's watching, that leaves the review live during the show. It's over once the show is over live, okay? This is very exciting. We've done this a few times. I don't want to quit. I like it. It's just a good way to give a little bit of Granny Bucks out. It's about the only time and way you can get Granny Bucks, by the way. I don't know that we've really done a whole lot the other ways. I guess a few. I don't know. Okay, it's going to look a little bit different when it goes to the review stuff. We have a new app. The one we had, they did it. They're like going away. So we had to do something else. So if you leave a review and you go to leave a review and you left one and you're checking, we have it. It's going to get loaded in. It's all getting pulled over. It's just not done yet. And so it's not lost. It's just not there yet, but we have it. So you don't have to worry about leaving all new ones or whatever. So just wanted to give you that heads up. If there's not a review, because probably they hadn't gotten moved over, it's going to look like a lot of reviews are missing. It'll say be the first to leave a review, okay? And so what you'll do is go to the product and description and you'll be able to, that you want to do the review on, scroll down and you'll see where it says write a review and in teal, or it will say be the first to write a review, which means there isn't any others there right now, okay? Do y'all realize we've had like 1,700 reviews? It's amazing. So I love it. I love it. Okay, let's go on ahead and bring Eve in. I want to share a testimonial real quick, an amazing testimonial. Hi.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me back. They should be tired of me the last 2 weeks.
I don't think so. Plus, I'm sure it's different when we're together. It's
Absolutely.
it's double the
That's a
crazy.
lot of estrogen in the room.
Okay, and all right, so let's have a little bit of fun. Okay, so I go to the hair salon yesterday. Something happened that has never happened in my entire life. Okay, I have natural curly hair, so it's naturally coarse and it's naturally dry. Okay, so I've been on my Godly Granny products. Y'all know when they come out because, and that's when I start. I've usually started on them a month or two, a couple months earlier because I've been testing. Sometimes I run out of the tester, so I'm waiting for the product to come in. But even though I've approved it, doesn't mean I had enough to keep me going. The purple conditioner is an example of that. So, anyways, okay, so I use the products exclusively. I don't even go to the store. We don't go and of course we don't go and buy soaps and bars of shampoo and dish soap. Like we don't do that. And so and if I need something from, Target or Walmart or something that we can make, well we just say, okay, well we're gonna make that and that won't be a problem for us anymore. We'll know it's clean. So anyway, so I go to the hair salon yesterday and the lady says, her name's Jennifer, and she's like, okay, so, how much are you wanting to cut off? And I say, well, how much needs to be cut off? My son's getting ready to get married and I don't want to cut a whole lot off right now. And so, how much needs to be cut off? And she's like, yeah, you don't really need any cut off. I haven't seen her in like 7 months. And I said, what do you mean? I don't need any cut off. And she's like, well, I said, surely there's, at least a few split ends. I looked for them yesterday, couldn't find them. And I said, I might have found one, but I wasn't really sure. And this has been months. It's been, we think February. Could have been January, but maybe February. And so she's like, yeah, your hair is so healthy. You don't need to cut anything. And so, okay. So she goes to wash my hair and she's going to put this stuff on it. And so we're going to go back to the chair. She's going to put stuff on it and she's not supposed to condition it. So she gets back to the chair and she starts freaking out. And she looks like weird, but I'm just blah, 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 do, and talking to her about whatever. And she says, oh, this is crazy. I said, what do you mean? What's crazy? She says, well, I freaked out a second here. She goes, she was brushing my hair and she goes, I thought I put conditioner in your hair. And I'm not supposed to put conditioner in my hair. I was getting the gray out, y'all. My son's getting ready to get married. And so I had some gray. And so I said, really? She goes, yeah. She goes, that never happens. Of course, my hair, it's not going to happen. It's coarse, it's curly, and it's dry, y'all. But who's been using 7-in-1 super spray? And so I'm telling y'all, if you're not using the Samson's Mane 7-in-1 super spray, just, okay, I guess you're fine with being left out. But I'm telling you now, muy bien. It is 7-in-1. I'm telling you now. Little Jocelina comes to me early this week. She goes, you know that 7-in-1 super spray? Do I know it? Yes, I know it.
Intimately.
Yeah, intimately. Like if y'all even knew how well I knew it. I knew it intimately before it even released. And so, I was, y'all just don't even know. So she goes, guess what I did? I go, what? She goes, and I told this, I was like, somehow these girls don't watch every show. And so they miss things because they're working, at the Granny Shack. And they don't always get to listen to every word. So she goes, well, I didn't have time to wash my hair this morning. Yeah. She goes, so I put some in my hand and I just ran it through my hair. She goes, it's like, it's got bounce. It's wonderful. I'm like, that's when I fell in love, sweetheart. I did that. You got to experience it. The goodness, the beauty, the light. It's in my hair now. Look at the shine. Look at the shine. Yeah. It's 7-in-1. Nothing else in the hair. I didn't even put the silk amino acids in it today because I'm testing to see, like which things are doing which. I'm loving it. I'm just telling you. Muy bien. Didn't even have to get a haircut after 6 to 7 months. So let me tell you what I do use though. Activated charcoal bar soap. I've been testing one of the new ones coming out today, by the way. So that, and I put it, I've done this before where I've gone over this with everybody, but those that don't know, I put it on my scalp to extra special clarify. Some people, probably most, don't need that all the time, and our clarifying shampoo and conditioner will be perfect for you. But if you want or need something's going on and you need extra special, like, you bring out the big guns and say extra strength, that's the activated charcoal bar soap or activated charcoal face and body scrub. And yes, ladies, it washes right out. If it will do mine, it will do yours. And so stand under the water of the shower when you put it on, because it's not something that sits. And then I use only exclusively Godly Granny shampoos and conditioners and our hair mask, and of course now our super spray. I don't even use the spray. I keep it with the disc top, so I don't need to use the spray. I put it on when I get out of the shower immediately, and I'll just put it up. I'll even put my hair up in a towel while I'm putting my makeup on. But I'm telling y'all, muy bien. You're missing out. Just trust me. Okay. All right, we're going to get started. We got a lot of new products today. We're very excited about it. What are you laughing about, Eve?
Want truth. Got my notepad and Visa card ready. Girl, can I just, this is going to give her that I have 90 pages of notes for today's show. And I told Michelle, I'm like, and there's something you don't want to launch. So she's like, don't you read all that? Don't you read all that?
I said, you better start cutting some stuff out because you know we ain't
I'm
got
like,
time.
I'm a preacher's kid. I don't believe in short-winded.
That's a riot. Want True 333 says, so excited, got my notepad and my Visa card ready, y'all. Yay. Thanks, Michelle and Eve. You crazy girl. All right, let's get started. Poor husbands everywhere worrying about new release day. Oh my gosh, working for new release day. That's what it really is. But I just had to tell you. And by the way, producer Ron told me there's 2 tickets left to Granny Boot Camp. So the Godly Granny Boot Camp. Something happened yesterday. And so it's just getting better and better. It's exciting.
It really is, y'all. We got some serious swag.
I mean, come on. What'd you say? Serious what?
Swag.
Shh.
We're the swag. Have you seen me sway?
All right, here we go. All right, we hadn't released any new lip butter balms lately. And, it's the enemy to chapstick, And so we've got 2 new flavors. One is peppermint. And look at that. So if you are already having fall fever, guess what else we're releasing? We've got another one, a second one, gingerbread. Look at that baby. I guess it's this way. And so we've got those. Tell us about them. They both obviously have magnesium in them also, or vitamin C, but tell us about them.
I would love to. For those of you that don't know, Big Pharma, the big evil bad people, they always have to tell us what they're doing or what they're going to do, which is why their tubes are labeled chapstick, because that's exactly what they do. It's full of wax, and you have to have a little wax to keep it in the, upright in the shipment. But we use really good wax, and we only use a small amount. The other thing is they all have an ingredient in it. There's actually more than one ingredient that's very similar to MSG to get you hooked on it. And it's a very alcohol, and if it's medicated, very menthol that you're putting on your lips. It chaps them, which they tell you by the name chapstick. Otherwise, they would have named it unchapstick, right? So even though Godly Granny's is in a chapstick size tube, it's an actual lip butter with oils, tropical butters, fruit extracts, and natural flavor. Now, if you've watched enough, Truther videos about natural flavor, most natural flavors are not natural. Ours are actually made for us by a chef-owned company out in California who sends these real natural whole food, superfood flavors out into the world of 4- and 5-star restaurants and resorts. That's how natural it is. Now, I did the flavor profile because I am so ready for fall. I am so tired of this heat wave. And though I'm in long sleeves today, if my husband saw the AC thermostat right now and what it was on, he would need some Terminator and some stress relief cream. So let's talk about the flavors. Gingerbread, spicy and warm. Real ground ginger gives it a mild peppery bite. Cinnamon and clove adds a deep, cozy taste. Deeply sweet, dark molasses provides a thick, robust sweetness with a slight pleasant bitterness that cuts through the sugar. Toasty vanilla baking caramelizes the sugars and spices, creating a rich, earthy finish. So if you like Madagascar vanilla, you will love gingerbread. So good.
Okay, and then we've got peppermint. It's your typical peppermint. It's going to match all our branding of our peppermint products. It's that pretty red accent strip on there. It's got the vitamin C in it as well. This is everything you expect it to be in a butter balm, though. And so we're so excited about it. Eve, do you want to add anything
I
before we
do.
move on?
Just the
Okay.
flavor profile notes of the real food
Okay.
that's in here. So it's sharp and bold. It hits the tongue with a refreshing, intense herbal edge. It's a cooling aftertaste that leaves a fresh, cold feeling. And it's slightly sweet. Underneath the power, a mild, natural sweetness comes through. Now, she released this in time for fall. Peppermint's great year round.
Yes, yes. So this is a good one. By the way, all new releases are 5% off between now and Tuesday, August the 25th. Ooh, this gingerbread, muy
And
bien.
good. If you love vanilla, you will love that. And the reason I love these is we don't make these so that you will get hooked on them. We hope that you will use them because you love the way they feel, the easy glide, the natural moisture and the vitamins and the plumping and all that it leaves behind. But most of all, it really does heal your lips, and you don't have to have them. I have people tell me they cannot get off chapstick, and I've given you the reasons why. This is very healing for the lips.
It is. I'm just laughing. I looked down and I saw
And
where
to be honest, not the peppermint because that might tingle, but some of the natural flavor and some of the others I also use as an eye stick, just so you know, if you want a little extra vitamin, glide under your eye, get the natural one that's unflavored and do that. Or any of the vitamin C ones that are like orange, lemon, and key lime.
Yeah. We have the orange, the key lime, and the lemonade as a 3-pack even for a bundle on there. So on the website, I got to say, Deborah, I think it was you, Deborah West. I'm glad to see you're live in the chat because I think you're going to be happy with something that's getting ready to be released that you don't know. But I think it was you. We'll see. You have to tell me. I'll mention it when it comes out, and I'll say something about it and see if that was the one. If you were the one that asked for it. Kazadu says you should see all my Godly Granny products in my shower. Me too, girl. Me too. All right, the struggle is real. All right, the next one is the Let There Be Collagen. Now we've had this skincare line, but it only has a couple of parts and pieces. So I had said I want to go back because it's such a popular skincare line, and I want to see about us formulating the other parts and pieces to a couple of them. And Let There Be Collagen is definitely one of those, and that's what we're working on today. And so we've got the Let There Be Collagen bar soap. And so tell us about it, sweetie.
I will. So this is going to give us 4 products in this lineup. So we've got the serum, which you guys, we launched almost 2 years ago. You guys just love it. And then a few months ago, we launched the eye gel with collagen and ceramides, and you guys love that. So you know we always start with the cleanse. So you love the Let There Be Collagen line. So meet Godly Granny's Let There Be Collagen Beauty Bar Soap. Now it's not oval like most of them because I want you to have collagen over your entire body and your scalp. And remember, every bar of soap is head to toe. Love that about Granny soaps. And this just isn't a pretty little bar with collagen thrown in so we can put it on the label. Collagen is your skin's natural scaffolding, the major structural proteins associated with firmness, strength, and youthful appearance. Young skin has plenty of it, then life happens. And that reflection in the mirror starts telling tales, and nobody asked it to tell. That's why Granny built an entire Let There Be Collagen system. And this bar is where it begins. The formula contains natural hydrolyzed collagen, which is prized in topical skincare for its skin conditioning, moisturizing, and firm forming properties. And a cleansing product, it helps support the soft, conditioned skin feel we want after washing, not the squeaky, tight, somebody shrunk my face feeling we don't. And then Granny added goat milk. Goat milk, goat milk, goat milk. people ask me all the time, are you a full vegan? Absolutely not. Why would I do that when goat's milk, one of the best things on the planet? It's got natural lactic acid. People, if you don't know what that is, your skin is supposed to turn over every 28 days with an American diet. It so does not. So what that bar does is goat's milk has lactic acid, which takes the sebum, the dried sebum, which is your body's natural oil, that's holding all those dead skin cells on top, and it just dissolves it beautifully, gently, so that your skin turns over and you got that fresh baby skin cells underneath. Then she added gotu kola. Beauty herb has become a superstar in modern skincare, although traditional herbalists have appreciated it for centuries. It's prized for helping support the appearance of healthy, resilient, conditioned skin. It has become especially popular in formulas created for mature, dry, or stressed skin. Then she added green tea for antioxidant support. Real green tea leaf extract brings naturally occurring antioxidant compounds to the formula and is prized in skincare for helping defend against the visible effects of environmental stress and toxins. If collagen is part of the scaffolding, green tea is the ingredient Granny invited along to protect the neighborhood. Then it's got 3 beautiful butters: cocoa butter, shea butter, mango butter, softening, conditioning, humectants, vitamins A through K in a bar soap. So let there be collagen beauty bar soap is step 1. Cleanse. Then use the serum. Then use the eye gel.
It's great. I got a question for you. Since our bar
Yeah.
soaps are where you can go head to toe, and this is about collagen, we know it cleans, it moisturizes your hair, but does it do anything, just from understanding, like we have collagen in our hair, does this help the collagen in your hair?
Yes, it replaces what the body's not making. We talk about this all the time. The older we get, with the diet we have, with the stuff they're spraying from the skies, with the poisons in our water, all of that, our pores get easily stopped up. So when you're young, you have multiple hairs growing out of one pore. As we get older, the hair loss we see is often because those pores are paring down, and instead of having maybe 3 or 4 hairs come out of them, there's 2, and then there's 1, and then there's none, because the root ball is just slammed tight. It can't do anything. So we have to go in, we have to clean out the root ball, we have to support it on a cellular level with real whole foods and all the vitamins and minerals it needs to grow. And that's in this bar soap, because hair is made out of 2 things, collagen and keratin. This helps replace the collagen that you're missing, and it goes in with a humectant, because 80% of what goes on the skin goes in the skin and 20% gets in the bloodstream. This goes in, begins to clean all that out and nourish your hair follicles. So though it's a beauty bar, it's a great hair shampoo bar. It's perfect for any part of the body that you need a little glow, you need some release of that dead skin. It's very different from anything else you got, and I love that you put gotu kola and green tea in this.
By the way, I love the way it smells. It is naturally scented. We didn't add anything to it. So this will be perfect for somebody that is sensitive to different scents, that maybe they don't like a lot of essential oils or anything added. And so it's just naturally scented.
Which means it can also be used for anybody with eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, or keratosis pilaris, because it's not going to give you an outbreak from a scent or an essential oil, which very often causes or exacerbates a flare-up if you've got one going on.
Okay. Also, I just want to say, I want to go back because I know you misspoke. So you said 20%. So it's 80% gets into the body.
I'm sorry, 80%. I'm so used to saying the 80-20 rule. 80% goes in the skin, 60% gets in the bloodstream. Thank you for correcting me on that.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm a good protege.
Yes, you are.
All right. GL says, I put the collagen all over my face. Fantastic results. Thank you for that, GL.
Please do before and after pictures. A lot of times, I forget to tell you that this is not an overnight fix, people. You didn't get this way overnight. You're not going to not get this way overnight. This is you got to be compliant. Do what we tell you to do. And for those of you just joining us, the lip butter balm and the soaps are low entry point cost factors. So a lot of times when people are watching us, I can feel the nervousness in the room, because you're like, oh my goodness. So not only is all my food poison, all my soap's poison, all my laundry's poison, all my this is poison, all my that's poison. Just start with what you can do and clean up one area of your life. And a lip butter balm and a soap is a fantastic way to start for
Yeah.
you and anybody in your household.
Yeah. You know how much they say how much makeup we eat off of our lipstick and stuff. So just to
7 pounds in a lifetime for
it's
makeup
crazy.
wearers. You used to
Uh,
say women swallow 7 pounds of makeup, but now you have to say people. Yeah.
okay. Anyways, we'll change the
Anyway,
subject. Okay, so oh, I love this. So Carol says when I can't keep up with note taking, I write down the minute mark and go back. So you write down the minute marks and send them to
that's
me.
smart. You can go back and watch the shows as many times as you
Yes.
need to.
We really need to do that. I've been wanting to get that done. I'm going to have to hire someone. Okay, the next one is the detoxing, moisturizing, activated charcoal bar soap with cocoa, mango, and shea butters. Okay, this is our number one selling product with the entire company, and so we sell more of these bar soaps than anything, even our laundry detergent, which our granular laundry detergent and our liquid laundry detergent are doing phenomenal. All right, because we all use that. But this even outsells that. Hadn't added a new scent, I don't know, Eve, like a year or more.
Been more than that. It was almost since the beginning.
I know. And so here's what's crazy. So it's still held its place because it's such a producer. So it's a winner. And so we're coming out with 3 new scents today. You ready? So we're doing frankincense and myrrh. Okay. It smells. If you like frankincense, you just got to try it. This baby, I just love it. By the way, this did not get approved until I smelled it. I needed to see it. I've been using it. I absolutely love this bar soap. The other one, the next one, we're doing 3. The second one is called Mango Sorbet. I had to listen to little Jocelina this morning tell me again how much she loves this bar soap. I've been listening to it for about a month now. When we got the samples, she was in charge of Mango Sorbet. It smells good. Now look, y'all know I don't like a lot of scents as far as like would I use it? I would use this. It's just it's so nice. And so this
Vitamin C, orange, and vanilla.
which I like the citrusy, and so it kind of reminds me of citrusy, lemon and orange first fruits. So I know why I like it because it's not too over the edge for me. There's a lot of stuff I like. I just don't want to smell like it. This, yes, I would use it. The third one, I've been using this one too because this is right up my alley, and it's the peppermint. You can tell someone's got fall fever. Mwah. And so look at that peppermint and that peppermint red we do. And so that way to make sure that you know which ones are peppermint. We're going to have to do a peppermint bundle where we put the lip butter balm and all our peppermint products in one big bundle. So if you love pepper, and call it Peppermint Lovers. Tell us about the activated charcoal bar soaps.
I would love to. So these bars are made by hand, 12 at a time. Not kidding. That's a small batch. Now, what I love about these is even though it's activated charcoal, and if you've never used one before, you may think, well, that just seems like that would be harsh on the skin. No, 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 no. We put a lot of shea butter in there, a lot of cocoa butter in there, a lot of mango butter in there. Those 3 tropical butters are in there. Now, here's the really cool part. So it's a lotion bar of soap that detoxes you. So as we get older, there is an actual term for a natural smell that older people have. And believe it or not, it's starting younger and younger because of the diet and the things that we're eating and things like that. This clarifies, this detoxes, but it's not an astringent. So let's say that you want to get into all natural deodorant and you've been using Cabal deodorant for the longest time. To help you get through the period where you're going to smell some as you're coming off of the other one, any activated charcoal product will speed that up. I love using this under my arms to shave by. This is great for people with smelly feet. It's good for everything. But I think the fact that I don't even know how many SKUs you carry now. I know with this show, it's over 700. And for this to be the number one seller when she's got hard-hitting tinctures and magnesium and hormone, oh my word, I want you to think about that. Samson's mane, the hair growth stuff. You need to think about it. These are, and the new scents, frankincense is very biblical. I love that about it. I
Mhm.
love what frankincense brings to the table. Mango is fun. So these are also good for facial acne, body acne, back acne, butt acne, anywhere you got bumps going on. This is going to be great for that too. Oh, and then the last one is peppermint. Now, all my people out there who get headaches, we picked Japanese peppermint essential oil. There are a lot of peppermint essential oils. We picked Japanese because that's the best one for head and migraine ease. So, use the bar soap, let it act a little bit like a shower steamer, rub it in your hands, cup it over your nose and mouth and breathe in and out. Let it do its work. So that's a head ease bar of soap in the activated charcoal, and it just smells real pepperminty and icy fun and refreshing.
Okay, so while we're talking about bar soaps, all right. By the way, we have our first winner for reviews. It's Trish. We got a lot of stuff going on here. I'm like, ah. Okay, so I want to talk about our next product, and that is the original soap lift. This was the product I was talking about earlier in the week. I just said we've got something that is the original product. It's called the original soap lift. It comes in different shapes, sizes, colors. And so I picked certain ones, but this is from the original inventor 15 years ago. And it is American made. And so, because great soap deserves better than sitting in a puddle, this helps your soap last longer. Okay. So, I felt like this made sense. So, we've got the little dog bones. So, many of you buy fur baby bar soaps. We've got the soap lifts for that. What got my attention, y'all know what got my attention, right? That bottom left hand corner. I saw a pink shaped one in a heart, and I was like, do they have white? And sure enough, they do. And then they got the ovals on the right, they got the sea turtles on the left. The girls, I asked them the other day, I said, while we were at the Granny Shack, I said, hey, the soap lifts, which one's your favorite? And they both said the yellow ducks. I was like, you two are just, I can't even ask y'all, just never mind. They think it's the most fun thing, especially for a kid's bathroom. They're all about it. We got beauty bar soaps. Look at that upper right hand corner. And I'm going to tell you the ovals that are down in the bottom right, that it's the white and the earthy tone and the gray, or I think it's a gray and then a dark blue. Those will fit our big old bar soaps like what we just talked about. But the whole goal is to get it lifted. It's called the original soap lift. It says if you've ever picked up your favorite bar soap only to find it soft, mushy, and stuck to the soap dish, you're not alone. I actually found these years ago and I absolutely loved them and bought them as gifts, all different kinds of stuff. They're inexpensive. This is something that will help your investment on the bars of soap. So I felt like it made sense to carry these. If we do well with them, like we do our bamboo soap dishes, then we'll continue to carry them. And I love the round ones because the round ones help your beauty bar. And so it just was, and then of course, I love the dog bone. So for fur baby. Okay, Granny has made enough handcrafted soaps to know exactly what happens when a beautiful bar spends its life sitting in standing water. It gets slimy, it melts away too quickly, and it never seems to last as long as it should. And that's why, thank God, goodness, we're doing 6.5 ounces of soap. We got big
They're
old
big
babies.
bars.
Yeah, you're going to be hard pressed to find a bigger bar soap. You get your money's worth for sure.
Please
That's
stop
why,
using Cabal soap. Please
oh,
stop doing that to your
yes,
body.
your biggest organ is your skin. That's why Granny loves the original soap lift. I talked with the inventor myself. We talked for over an hour. He was thrilled to hear how much I loved his product. We talked about it. And then to listen to the things that he's having to overcome from China, where they are just ripping him off, and how Amazon, when they bought Whole Foods, I believe it was, he said that as soon as they bought it, they discontinued his products in all of their stores and started buying the knockoffs out of China. The knockoffs are not only not made in the United States, and it's stolen proprietary goods, but it's a different material. It's a completely different product when it comes to the material. This is far superior, better. Okay, so sometimes the simplest ideas are the most brilliant. I love that line. When I was writing this, that came out of my mouth. Created more than 15 years ago, the original soap lift was designed to do one simple job exceptionally well. Keep your soap high and dry. Its unique open grid design lifts your bar above standing water, allowing air to circulate underneath so that your soap dries faster, stays firmer, and lasts longer. No more soggy soap, no more messy soap dishes, not a simple solution, or just a simple solution, I'm sorry, that helps you get every last use from your favorite Godly Granny bar soap. Why you will love it. Keeps the bar soap elevated above standing water, helps soap dry faster between uses, helps extend the life of your favorite handcrafted soaps, reduces slimy buildup in your soap dish. And then also it's flexible, it's durable, and it's easy to rinse. It fits most standard size soap dishes. We did not do a soap dish for this, but just want to let you know that they say it fits inside of soap dishes. We don't have a soap dish that's designed for that. We use the bamboo one. That's a little bit different. But if you have one, these are all different kinds of shapes and sizes. Perfect for bathrooms, kitchens, laundry rooms, RVs, and travel. I can tell you, I did extensive research, and the reviews of the stories and how much people loved them, bought one, went back, bought more, gave them as gifts, all that. They, in every way, shape, or form, this product, like we do Godly Granny, we don't really get into other people's stuff. But so if you're like, she's selling a product named Soap Lift, yes, it's because it was so needed, in my opinion, for our customers, and it was such a superior product. And we sell what's our number one selling product? That's just specifically activated charcoal. We're not talking about every bar of soap I sell.
I need to tell them something real quick because we don't even know. I don't even know how many bars of soap you sell. Now, I want to tell you, if you have had the C word, or anybody you know has had the C word, or you have C that runs in the family, and we'll talk about that in depth in just a minute. But I want you to know there is an oncology bar soap, which in my opinion is the purest bar soap on the planet. There is everything that somebody going through chemo and radiation or the fear of it would need for their skin to be taken care of, protected, and healed. So I want to say that. The other thing real quick about why granny soaps are different. If you've never used a homemade bar of soap, what are you waiting on? And if you used one, you didn't love it, it wasn't Godly Granny. Now, let me tell you just very quickly, if you go to the grocery store and you buy a bar of soap, yes, they may be a little bit cheaper. They won't last as long. They're not as big. They are not as tightly cured. The other thing is all of that comes from China. And though glycerin may be allowed to still be on the label, there's no glycerin left because of our illustrious FDA. They melt the block, like burn it actually to get it out the door quickly. All of the glycerin rises to the top. They scrape it off and they sell it to Maybelline and L'Oreal and all the makeup companies because they make a lot of money on it. And our FDA lets them keep glycerin on the label because it was once in there. So the only thing in those bars of soap that was good for you has been stripped out, which is why you get out and you feel tight and itchy and dry when all of Godly Granny soaps, regardless of what kind they are, and there are many, just go to her website and search soap bar or bar soap and hit enter. Oh my goodness. And there's a reason for that. That's the one area that's easy to clean up that everybody uses every day. And you will leave the first time you use it, you're like, man, I feel like I put on lotion because you have.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so we got a lot to cover. Made with quality in mind, the original Soap Lift is proudly made in the USA. That was important to me. Using a durable, eco-friendly, corn-based bioplastic that's designed from China. It's plastic. It's cheap plastic. I talked with him. I asked him. He's got attorneys that are constantly fighting this. They're knockoffs, and it's unbelievable what they get away with. It's REACH compliant. It's BPA free. It's phthalate free. Proudly made in the USA. Made from corn-based, eco-friendly bioplastic, crafted by a small American-owned business, made using responsibly sourced materials. It's easy to use, and I see Grammy says, I have all my soaps on soap lifts. She knows. My soaps last for a very long time. This is about, look, you're buying a bar of soap. It doesn't sound like a big deal. It is a big deal. It's a big bar of soap. They're $9.99. I think every single one of our bars of soap, except for our beauty bars, probably a little bit different price. Maybe. I don't really know. But all of these bar soaps that are the rectangle 6.5 ounces. That's a heavy, big block of soap. and it is $9.99. And then if you have a coupon code or we're doing a sale, you get money off of that. And so it's such a great value. They already last a good amount of time. This is to help you get even more time and value out of your investment. Okay. All
Talk
right.
about great stocking stuff. There's all of it.
Oh, just creative for gift bags or, I mean, like Flash Moore has his own bar of soap. Well, it's on a bone-shaped soap lift. And so, okay, Graham, I want to go back though. So Deborah West says, I'm not familiar with most of the scents. Maybe you could put out a scent display at Beauty Aganza. She says, I am coming and I think it would be fun. We already have some things planned for that. Also, what you're going to be seeing is there's going to be a new product coming on the website within the next month or so. Most of it's already prepared, boxing for it, everything. But it's going to be where you can buy 1 ounce and you build your own bundle. But it's a box and you'll be able to put, I think it's 8 or 9. I think it's 8. And so you put 8 1-ounce jars in there and you get to pick between all the scents of the Skin Silk. It's a Skin Silk build your own bundle. And you can put 6 scrubs and 2 Skin Silk butters, or you could do 4 and 4. You can get different scents. It's a complete build your own. So that way, if you want to throw in a couple things that you haven't smelled before, but you love sugar plum, and apricot chamomile, well, you can, try some new things too. It's minimal on your risk, so to speak. So it'll be a great way. And then, yes, Deborah, we have already talked about that being one of the big things that we're going to have there. So everybody can get familiar with some of the scents that maybe they've never smelled before. So that is going to be there, sweetie. Great minds think alike. Okay, Sid Marie 1 says, in the charcoal soaps, is it just a scent or is it the killer itself that is added? For example, frankincense?
Yes. Have you met me?
I know.
Have you met me? I'm the all-natural queen.
Well, that's why we brought up too, honey, about the peppermint. If you had a headache, to use that bar soap, because that peppermint is going to help also with peppermint helps with headaches. So anyways, okay, I hope that helps. And also, of course, with this, it's so amazing because what I find amazing about the activated charcoal bar soaps, I personally love the fact that it's such a clarifier while it's also moisturizing, because it's got 3 butters. And so it's loaded up. And of course, it's got the cocoa, mango, and shea butters are the 3 butters that I'm talking about. And so I love it because we're clarifying, but we're also still putting in those vitamins that it needs, and with those butters. Okay, so anything you want to add so we can move on? We're going to move on to the next one.
I'm ready, because next up is going to knock your socks off.
All right, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is, we got the soaps, activated charcoal bar soaps. Well, we got the activated charcoal scrubs. And so these babies are amazing. They're also amazing for your hair, if you head to toe. And so that's another one. That's actually one of the ones I use as well. It depends on what mood I'm in when I wash my hair. If I want to use a scrub, or and actually one of the scrubs I use is the clarifying acne scrub from that line. I'll use it. I don't have, acne or issues on my head. I just like it. And so anyways, but, okay, so it's the same 3 scents. So it's coming out in peppermint, the mango sorbet, and frankincense and myrrh. So it's so exciting. Tell us about the scrubs, Eve.
Sure. So this is not some dainty little sugar scrub whispering sweet nothings to your skin. According to Granny herself, it's a power-packed polishing potion straight from the Southern skincare gospel. Detoxifying activated charcoal meets gently gritty white sugar to whisk away buildup, bad decisions, and the evidence of a hard week or year or life. Shea butter softens. Apple cider vinegar reboots your skin's attitude and pH balance, which is very important. And natural mica leaves you glowing like you just returned from a soul-cleansing sermon, all wrapped in a silky, glycerin-rich lather that cleanses without condemnation. Hallelujah. It's a scrub. It's a cleanser. It's a whole lot of shedding the stuff that needs to go. Dry, dull, or what is my skin even doing texture? I love this. It is very thick. It's very rich. It's very concentrated. A tiny bit goes a long way. It's built in a soft soap base, so it's a one and done. You wet your skin, you put some on in circular motions, you rinse it off. The soap is built in. Aren't those
Yeah,
just pretty? She got such pretty labels to me. That's
they
beautiful.
are. They are. They are. They're great. And it just was some beautiful bright colors. Loved it. Okay, so Cusadoo is saying, she asked, so I have a question. Why in one of the Fur Baby and activated charcoal? So I have one with the Rustic Man. Why is there titanium dioxide in them? I thought that wasn't good for us. Great
That
question.
I'm glad you brought that up. Now,
Yes.
there are things that the FDA requires for us to be a manufacturer, and one of those is shelf life instability. Now, titanium dioxide is not the evil twin in the room. I don't love it. I wouldn't just go out and order some. However, if you touched anything today, not godly grannies, if you touched anything, makeup, food, drink, deodorant, hair product, clothing, glasses, I don't care what it is, titanium dioxide is in there. We are not able to remove it when the base ingredients already has it binded in. I hope there will be a day when in the United States that we're allowed to do that, but we're not. Now, let me tell you why. Activated charcoal is already great. But let's say that you wanted a vanilla bar soap. We would make it for you, and within a few weeks, it would be what I call Dookie Brown. Now, I know this is a family show, and I don't mind that because I know, but brown bar soaps don't sell. Brown lotions don't sell. Brown creams and serums and sprays don't sell. The only preventative in the United States that we are required to put in there as a manufacturer is titanium dioxide. Again, I don't care what anybody says. I've researched this till the cows come home because I get asked this several times a week. I can't take it out of some products. It's built into the base ingredient. If I could, I would, but then you wouldn't buy it because everything we sold you would be dark, very, very dark.
Now, aren't there some different size of the particles of the titanium? Like
Yes,
a
there are.
nano?
These are the tiniest that we can get away with our FDA.
Yeah. So there you go. Remember, we've talked about this throughout the whole time that we've been doing Godly Granny because I've had to learn these things from the very beginning. So remember, we did the two-part series. If you're watching, you haven't seen the two-part series. I think it's called like the cold hard truth about the deep state or something like that, and their marketing practices and all that. So we had a whole, it was so much. We had a two-part series because we went through all of this. We went through the palm oil industry, and this is why we created a playlist so that people could always go back. And I know we have viewers that write me and say, I'm back on video too, talking about blah, blah, blah. And I have a question for you, or thank you for explaining that. That helps me. And so we explain those things because I was so shocked at the things I was learning. Just like, for example, seed oils. We're told every day two things. We're told how wonderful beef tallow is, and we're told how horrible seed oils are. And it's just not that cut and dry.
Right. Nothing
Okay.
is.
Okay. And so what is it that I mean by that? Now some of our viewers know because I talk so much about it here and there. But let's talk about it right now. So beef tallow can be over processed. I'll give you an example. Steve Jarvis has laughed his tail off on the show months ago when he said, "Do you really think that you can go to Sam's Club and you can get a big old jar of beef tallow for $19.99 and think that that's quality beef tallow?"
Or
You don't.
tallow at all.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother thing that you have experience with. Okay, so because people aren't always honest about what's on their labels, we're honest, period. And so what happened is then you've got seed oils. Now, in the beginning, we had a number of people that reached out or would ask during the show, well, why is there sunflower seed oil or whatever specifically? And so we would talk about that. I'll give you an example, our lemon fruit oil and those kinds of oils too. People were asking about the ingredient decks in our first fruits. You know, all of the healing testimonies from our first fruits, face and body bombs. Well, it's an amazing, amazing ingredient deck. As clean as it can, I mean, just as clean as they come. But it's got something in there that's got a line item that looks like it's got some horrible, evil seed oil. First of all, it's God's ingredients. But second of all, it's the first press. It's
Cold press.
quality. It's all about the press. There is such a thing as an incredible tallow, okay, beef tallow. We know that. We sell it. We sell that version, and it's not $19.99 a pound.
And it's from
Okay.
cows, not chickens and pigs.
Yes. And so, and is grass fed, never been vaccinated. And that's why you only see a few products from us, because they are excellent products and worthy of the price. And believe you me, I do everything I can to get the best prices. And so, but you're going to get what you pay for. So you got to remember that too. So we've got this balance. So anyways, and so what happens is seed oils, and this is frustrating because I listen to doctors say it every day, all the time. And I just want to bang my head against the wall sometimes. It's not true. See, all seed oils are not created equal. They might have been created equal, but then they get over processed and they're no good for you. But this is not over processed. It's first fruits. It's a first press. It's the virgin press is what they call it. And so it's all about the quality. Just like if you go to Steak and Shake, I'm not running to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm not running to Steak and Shake. Do you remember we showed the video of Bobby Parrish running in to the Buffalo Wild Wings, and he ran back out when he showed that, come to find out, the beef tallow that they're going, look at us, we're using beef tallow. It's complete trash. It's big old fat.
And Steak and Shake was frying their fries in regular vegetable oils, the bad ones, and then doing a last dip in the tallow so they could say that it was cooked in tallow.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing. Even if they were doing it, you got to think about it, because I hate to bring this up for them, but how do the numbers work? They can't. If you really understood how expensive true quality beef tallow is, you would laugh like I do when I pass the billboards and just get mad, because I know they're lying to they're misleading. What they're doing is called health washing. Health, Health, like your health. Okay, washing, like you wash your feet. Washing, health, washing is the term. And what they're doing is they're leaving out the important parts. Okay, they're telling you, yeah, we're using beef tallow. Okay. They're not telling you that it's over processed. There's no way it couldn't be. Just add 2 and 2. There's no way it could be. And what's really makes me angry, I'm just going to say it, but it even makes me more mad when RFK Jr. gets involved, and when they put up billboards and they're, the companies are doing all this stuff like Steak and Shakes, just, look at us. But the thing is, they're wordsmithing, they're health washing, and they're not being honest and transparent. And that's why I get mad, because
and here's what those cheap, I'm sorry.
No, that's
I'm just on the same wag. Those cheap tallows, if it's cow, and it's not from one cow. It's from a cow and a chicken and a pig, or a bunch of cows and a little chicken and a lot of pig. To have pure tallow, everything in the block has to come from one bovine. One. Otherwise, tallow can be greasy. It's supposed to be. It matches the skin sebum. But here's what happens. You start putting all that cheap gunk on your face, you are going to clog every pore you have. That's what it does.
Yeah. And people don't understand that, and they don't explain it. And then they demonize, just like palm oil industry. We explained what really happened there, that we've given history lessons on things and explained, well, to increase the sales over here, they just made up a bunch of stuff and demonized over here to make more sales over here. It's all manipulation, lying, wordsmithing. Why would we think it would be anything different than all the other things we deal with? So that's why we brought you the transparent truth, because when I was finding out as a company owner launching, I was I was in both feet, and realizing there's no way that my viewers know this stuff. And so I was learning the cold, hard truths about the lies and the deceptions, and I wanted you to know them as well. So we immediately had Eve come on, and there was so much we couldn't even do it in one show. So we did 2 shows, and that's why we started at that point we started also, we went back and grabbed all of the shows we've done with Eve where we've educated product launches, not product launches, doesn't matter. And we created a playlist, and every single show that she comes on that we educate like we are right now, it goes to the playlist. And so that way we have all those shows where people can go from the very beginning and work forward if they want that education. Okay, so
Can I say one more
with
thing
that,
real quick? Because I know that there's so many people on today. When she mentions, when you hear that coconut oil is bad or palm oil is bad, I need you to understand the coconut oil industry was losing out to palm oil because palm oil is less expensive for manufacturers and people to buy. So the coconut marketing team got together and started saying that the palm industry was destroying the rainforest. Well, not everybody that gets palm oil is doing the right thing. But now the palm oil companies are required to replace all the trees. It wasn't as nearly as bad as the coconut oil people let on. Well, then the palm oil people got pissed off, right? So they started slinging back that coconut oil stops you up, which real coconut oil does not. So you got to be aware of those. And one last thing, two more things. The oncology bar soap does not have titanium dioxide because there is no scent, essential oil, or botanical in there that would turn the bar brown. So that one is as pure as it gets. And the other thing is, don't believe what you read on a label in a big box store. My husband and I have spent the last 11 years reverse engineering everything you can think of from every company you know and trust. And not one time has what's been in the jar, bottle, or tube what's on the label. Don't believe it.
so because you send it off to a scientific lab and they break it down to the molecule, and so we're talking about if it's in there, they'll know it. The scientific lab will know. And so, and I deal with people like that, and I'm telling you, it's amazing what they can do. And so, what they can find out, they know. All right, we're going to move on. The next thing is we are releasing a copper tongue scraper. You want good dental health? You got to do a tongue scraper. Well, when I got to looking and I really started digging, by far, I felt like the 100% copper tongue scraper was by far the cleanest and the best by far choice to have. So we have one tongue scraper, and it's a copper one. Sometimes the simplest habits make the biggest difference. Let's be honest, tongue scraping probably isn't something grandma talked about at the dinner table, but if you're of course serious about a clean, healthy smile, it's one of those little habits that you'll wonder how you'd lived without it. Okay, so let's talk about the benefits of tongue scraping. Naturally freshens the breath, helps remove bacteria and buildup from the tongue, supports better overall oral hygiene. The next benefit for tongue scraping is it may help even with improving your ability to taste food by removing the buildup from the tongue's surface. So it can even impact the way your food tastes. And it complements brushing and flossing with a cleaner, healthier mouth. Don't forget, we also have activated charcoal, mint dental floss, and of course, we have our incredible tooth powder. And so it's detoxifying. It's only got like 5 ingredients. It's amazing. It's really, if y'all really realize like how amazing our tooth powder is, which I think you do because we sell a ton of that too. Why you'll love it? Why will you love it? So it helps remove the buildup, gently lifts away food particles, dead skin cells on your tongue, dead skin cells. Never thought about that, did you? And other residue that brushing alone may leave behind. It's about a more thorough cleaning, okay, if that makes sense. Flossing and brushing is really not enough. We have to make sure we're taking care of our tongue. And that was not something I was raised learning and educated on. It also supports fresher breath. You got breath problems? Could be something going on with the tongue. I don't know if you know that, but this is going to address that. This is the tool you need. brushing your tongue is not enough. You want to do the scraping as well. Made with 100% copper, naturally antimicrobial. Copper helps maintain a cleaner surface between the uses. So between when you use it. A simple 30-second routine, an easy addition to your morning or evening oral care. I don't do it twice a day. I do it every morning. I don't, that's just me personally. I'm just sharing what I do. The comfortable U shape that you see here, that U shape, it's smooth, rounded edges, provide gentle, effective cleaning without irritation, and it's built to last. This bad boy is gorgeous, durable, reusable, and easy to clean. And so the instructions, the how to use it, everything is on the website. If you don't know and you're new here, just want to make sure you realize the product descriptions. We put so much into this. These are product descriptions. To give you an idea, tinctures are 6 pages on average per tincture. And that's why you can always go to our free resources page and look and see what kind of free resources we have. I have to chuckle because it's becoming more and more well known that nobody should be using sunscreen. And of course, we've been saying for 2 years, Godly Granny will never have anything to do with sunscreen. And one of our freebies on the free resources page is why. And so we give you the whole rundown on it over there. But this is our copper, 100% copper tongue scraper. And it's extremely affordable. And again, it's brand new right now. So as of today, and so through Tuesday evening, which is August the 25th, you can enjoy an extra 5% off plus whatever coupon code you have. If you want 1, 2, 3, whatever for the whole family. And so that's there available for you as well. Let's move on. The next one is
copper. Can I say something about the copper?
Oh, sure. Yes.
The body needs copper. Now we talk every show, frequency for everything has a frequency. Copper has a very healing frequency, especially in the mouth. We're going to talk about this more in just a minute, but this does leave behind some copper. The frequency, almost everything starts in your mouth, and a lot of people don't know that. Your body is a full-on electrical system, and the contact with the copper is a wonderful way to jumpstart the body in the morning.
It's so exciting. I'm not old, just older too, says, I wish you had something for my dog, my older dog's breath.
It's coming. It's coming.
KM Sunshine said, y'all know we working on everything. KM Sunshine said, I've never heard about a tongue scraper. Wow. Yeah, a lot of people don't know, honey. A lot of people.
Please don't use a plastic one. Do not use it. It's not worth it.
And a lot of them
another thing about copper is it kills fungus, it kills algae, it kills mold, and yes, you have all of that in your mouth.
Yes. Okay. Next one, the Keratosis Pilaris face and body scrub. So we've started that skincare line, y'all. There were many people that were begging for help with the Keratosis Pilaris that they have, and we were finally able to release that first couple of products, and now we have our next product with that. So, well, actually, yes, product. I was just looking for it because I know I have it somewhere.
Scrub.
But go on, Eve.
So this is the Keratosis Pilaris face and body scrub. Now, people say, well, what is Keratosis Pilaris? You have it, you just don't know it. If you have bumps anywhere on your body that are not acne, I mean bumps on your arms, bumps on your legs, almost all kids have them anymore. All teenagers have them. I don't know what's going on with the hormone system today. That's Keratosis Pilaris. And what that is that's the oil gland is stopped up underneath your skin, generally close to your pores. And your skin can't breathe. You're not getting the nutrients in that you need throughout the day. You're not getting moisture in through the day because you have a lot of transdermal moisture loss during the day. What this scrub does that's different than the other scrubs, it's got some K-beauty ingredients in it because, as you know, everything, all beauty items pretty much start in Korea. They're light years ahead of us, but we are catching up. We're going to Korea to go to school to do this. And this is one of the things that I learned. Listen to about the scrub. So some scrubs attack your skin like they're sanding a hardwood floor, none of ours. Others are nothing more than sugar suspended in scented oil. That's not ours. Neither one belongs anywhere near delicate skin. This luxurious scrub gently polishes away dull surface buildup while cleansing, moisturizing, and helping reveal the softer, smoothing looking skin underneath, pulling out those plugs. It's sugar that buffs everything away. The key ingredient in here, they're all key ingredients. People ask us all the time, what's your active ingredient? I'm like, they're all active. Why would I waste your money on a bunch of cheap fillers and then they're not all active? It's adzuki bean powder. It's a protein the skin needs. So this is one of Granny's favorite natural exfoliants. These finely milled protein beans provide additional gentle polishing to help smooth stubborn rough areas without being overly abrasive. Then she put in white willow bark. White willow bark is a lot like goat milk lactic acid in the fact that it goes in and it pulls the sebum out of the body. But white willow is also known as nature's aspirin. This scrub doesn't hurt, but if you've got a boo-boo on you, don't put this on broken skin. But if you've got like a sore muscle or something, the white willow in here can help. It's also got hydrolyzed collagen to go back in where you're pulling the bad stuff out of the skin to go back into the skin and heal it on a cellular level. So the collagen adds a luxurious skincare touch while making sure that the scrub feels like part of a complete beauty routine. It's got shea butter for nourishment and moisture, because shea butter has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it. It's got the goat milk lactic acid. It's got colloidal oat flour in case you have any skin sensitivity. It's got Irish sea moss extract, banana fruit extract. That's wonderful vitamins there. Acai stem cell extract, which is the second strongest vitamin C on the planet. Licorice root extract, which is a favorite botanical in skincare formulas designed to promote brighter looking skin. Who can use it? Everybody. Where can you use it? Everywhere except inside your lady parts. And I do mean inside.
Okay, so GL, I'm not real sure. I'm going to try to communicate your question, but I think a word is missing or something. But could the bumps be in form of moles?
No.
I think is what she's asking.
No,
Okay.
that's something else.
Okay. Do you get keratosis pilaris like on your head, any on your scalp?
It can be head to toe. It can be anywhere. But almost everybody has it on the backs of their arms and on their thighs. Or, if you live alone and nobody's telling you, you might have them on your back or your butt.
Okay. Also, I saw a question from Kazadu. She says, I have those bumps underneath my eye area and I think she means and don't even know what those are. So she has some bumps, but would those be keratosis pilaris?
Very likely.
Okay.
Just don't get the scrub in your eye. They'll scratch.
Yeah. Okay. So hope that helps, Kazadu. All right. The next one is we're doing our first liniment. Eve, explain what a liniment is, please.
For those of you who are old enough to know, if you ever watched the Waltons, there were some sisters on there, and I can't remember their name, but they had the recipe. Remember that? The recipe. And it was alcohol-based something. They drank it. This one you don't take internally. This is external, but this is the Godly Granny recipe for all that ails you. So it's organic, full strength. Isn't that pretty? Organic full strength comfrey root liniment. It's the next most important thing in your wellness cabinet that we're building for all of you preppers. For external use only. Do not put this in your mouth.
That's why it's got the green main color, is to color code that.
All the other tinctures are white backgrounds so that you'll know.
That's right.
It's written on there, I think, in 2 different places. So to holistic people, this is known as knit bone, the legendary topical healer of skin, muscles, joints, all the way down to the sinew. For more than 2,000 years, comfrey has been the healer people reached for when the body was broken, a torn muscle, a bruise that will not go away, a twisted ankle, a stubborn wound that wouldn't close. A Greek physician, Dioscorus, wrote of it. Medieval monks grew it in every infirmary garden and pressed its root into poultices for battle wounds and broken bones, which is exactly how it earned its name, knit bone or bone set. No topical herb in Western tradition is more beloved for helping the body knit itself back together. We capture that legendary root at full strength and a clean liquid extract, a concentrated topical liniment you can apply directly to the skin or blend into your own salves, balms, and compresses. This is comfrey the way old herbalists used it, on the body, not in it. Grown organically, extracted at full strength. Nothing's been sprayed on this. Sealed in Myron violet glass. We talk about this every week, to protect the living frequency of the root up to 10 years. with a childproof dropper. A word of honesty and care. Comfrey is a topical herb. Its root naturally contains compounds that are not safe to swallow, which is why this extract is made for external use only. Used the traditional way on intact skin, comfrey is one of the most treasured healing botanicals on earth. What full strength means. What is in comfrey naturally? Allantoin is the superstar. It is a compound, listen to this, it stimulates new cell growth and speeds tissue regeneration. The science behind knit bone, real science. It's so effective that modern cosmetic and wound care labs add allantoin to their finest formulas. Rosmarinic acid. Now, these are not things we put in it. This is part of the root itself. There's nothing in this jar but comfrey root and vodka. That's it. Rosmarinic acid is a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant that calms swelling, redness, and soreness. Mucilage, soothing, moisture-holding plant gel part that softens, hydrates, and comforts dry, rough, irritated skin. And natural tannins that are gently astringent and tightening, helping tone and protect the skin surface. Phenolic acids and antioxidants defend against skin cells, against free radical wear, which is what gives you wrinkles. So yes, you can put a little bit of this on your face. Silica and minerals supporting the raw materials of strong skin and connective tissue. One root, a complete topical repair kit. Now, I've got 6 pages on this and we're already an hour in, so I'm going to abbreviate it. It is the only topical liniment we have released so far. It's for bruises, sprains, and strains. Clinical research on comfrey preparations have shown meaningful relief for ankle sprains and acute muscle injury. This is classic for athletes, gardeners, and weekend warriors. It's for muscles and joints with a warming, soothing comfort, bones and connective tissue, fractures, breaks, knitting of bone and sinew, skin repair and wound comfort after the skin has closed back up, for scrapes, cracks, and abrasions. This is a lot like the Mercurochrome of yesteryear, just much more potent. Traditionally applied to slightly chapped and slow to mend skin, scars and stretch marks. So much. Irritated and inflamed skin, for red, irritated, itchy skin. It's also for anti-aging and skin renewal to make your skin turn over quicker, fresher looking skin. It's perfect for ragged cuticles and dry, cracked skin at the fingertips. It's also good for dandruff people, for the dry, flaky, irritated scalp. This just goes on for pages and pages. What I want you to understand is when you use this or the oral tinctures, you must follow the directions on the side. Okay? I don't know. I'm not saying there's no one, but I haven't found them yet. When we source these herbs, there's never been a pesticide sprayed on them ever. They're third-party tested constantly, people. They are certified organic. Most people who are certified organic are not. There's only 2 ingredients in here. Everybody else's adds glycerin and water and other things. This is full strength. So only do what it tells you on the side, please.
And that is also why it has the child-proof top. So we want to make sure that children stay out of this, like what Eve was saying. Now, we've had people write and go, why'd you add alcohol? And so that's the way that you get God's goodness, the ingredients that God's put into the plants. And so you've got to have something that pulls all that out. And so
that's what extracts all of the good stuff. Now, down the line, we will do a less strong version that has glycerin as needed, because glycerin is needed for things like mushrooms and a few things like that. Alcohol won't get everything out. Anything that's being presented to you as a pure alcohol tincture, that's what's required to get all of it out of the plant. And this is the only bottle that we don't get from the United States. This is sourced out of Rotterdam. This is Myron Violet glass, because no light can get in it. And where other tinctures that are in your traditional amber bottles last 1 to 2 years and they've been watered down, both not just for profit, but for taste, because tinctures don't taste good. Let's face it. That's not what they're for. They're to heal you. That's what they're for. And I'm used to them. You can get used to them, or just put them in a few drops in a glass of water or whatever you're drinking, something like that. You put your coffee, your tea, your smoothies. You won't even taste it. Now this one isn't to put in your mouth. This is topical. There's not another one like this on the planet, and Golly Granny's the only one carrying it. You need to hear me. If you thought Mercurochrome was the bomb, that was just for skin healing. This goes in and heals bones, actual bones, muscles, tendons, joints. This is great for people with arthritis. It is great to pair with a Terminator, okay, if you want to do a twofer.
All right, Beloved Warrior 22 says, how about a tendon tear? My daughter has 2 torn tendons, 1 in each foot. All right.
This is perfect. She needs this in the Terminator. And if she's stressed about it or can't sleep, I'd add also the ashwagandha, or what's coming up in just a second.
Yeah, we've got something new coming that'll help you with rest. Okay, so Kazadu is asking, what tincture combinations would work best for stenosis of my back?
That's pain. It's going to be a mix of turmeric and a couple of other things. Can I have a minute to talk to my formulating team and come back with the best recommend for that? Because I can't give medical advice.
Yeah.
On TV.
So I can always send her a email.
Please remind me.
Yeah. She says, yeah. Oh, Kazadu later says, yeah, I forgot to shake my wormwood. And I took some and I was like, woo, that was strong. It was, she says, it was like taking a shot, LOL. I have to say that was the best tasting wormwood I've actually ever had, or have ever had, actually.
It's not mixed with a bunch of crap. It's pure.
Yeah, it's pure. That's why, again, I'm going to stress, follow the instructions on these tinctures.
Yeah, because a little bit is good does not mean a lot is better. Not
That's right. Great way to put that, Eve. Please, y'all, follow the instructions. And so everything has been done on my part. I know that I had mentioned that we'll be having capsules that are activated charcoal and bentonite clay, one of each. They're different. And so the activated charcoal, and then a second product that is bentonite clay, 100%. And so both of those should be here within the next few weeks. We're just waiting on them, on fulfillment. It takes a lot to put things in capsules and at the volume that I order things. So it's just going to take a second. But when it's here, it's going to be excellent, done in America, all of that. So I promise you it's going to be muy bien. Okay, now let's move on. The next one, now we're going to get into some tinctures. We're going to release some tinctures today. So I want to give you a couple of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them. So we have 6 new tinctures today. Well, we already had, 16? I think we did 8 and 8, if I remember correctly. So about 16, somewhere around there. So now we're adding another 6. So remember on the free resources page, how we had where you could do a printable, like there's the page break and it's all formatted for you. Well, today's are already on there. The brand new file is on there for you, and you can download it. So it's an uploaded form or version of it. It is formatted so that, let's say you only need wormwood. You can finish off wormwood before there's a page break to the next page. Like we've seen to these kind of details for you. So tinctures, that's what it looks like when you go to the free resources page. How do you get to the free resources page? You can scroll all the way down on godlygranny.com on the home page, and you'll see it at the bottom of the website. Also, I want to make sure everybody knows this. We don't talk about this near enough. Our website is amazing when it comes to searching a keyword. It is, if it's in a product description and a name, it will come up. And so we highly recommend to take advantage, or if you have, like, let's say you're looking for something with lavender, or you're looking for magnesium, you can just put, or you want a magnesium cream, you can put that in there and it should help you, okay? So just want to make sure that you knew about that as well. It's a very searchable website and should help a ton for you when you need it. All right, so when it comes to tinctures, all of them are full strength. Producer Ron says, when searching a term on the website, make sure that you hit the return button. Yes, you have to push enter. Okay, so all of these are also like all the others when it comes to they are full strength. We have said this throughout. We don't water things down so that way it's concentrated, it's the highest, and a lot of times since it's the highest concentration, it takes less. And so that's why it's so important to follow the dosages on the sides of the bottles, okay? All right, and each one can be different, so you've got to be, looking at those dosages on each individual bottle,
It's
okay?
broken down by age, even.
Yes, we couldn't have been more specific for you. And we put a lot of time and effort and energy into making sure it was crystal clear. All right, so the first of the 6 tinctures we're releasing today and they're all organic, is organic black walnut whole. And again, it's all full strength.
I think we need just a moment of silence here because this just about rounds out any parasite problem you can have. We launched the wormwood because I wanted to start killing quickly. We launched the
Yes.
clove that goes hand in hand with the wormwood. This kills parasites too in a different way. It also kills different parasites. What's the big deal of black walnut hull? We couldn't have parasites if our terrain, the inside of our bodies, was the way it was supposed to be. This makes your body healthy in a way that critters can't stand. So this starts strengthening the terrain of your body so that the body feels like an unwelcome place for it to be, so it wants to leave. And that's
And
not all it does.
Eve, I want to remind you to mention, so we released the tinctures in an order. So we were helping you to get your body ready for when this released. So if
Right.
you've been on wormwood and then the clove, and as you get ready to be done with those cycles, then your next step will be this black walnut hull.
Yes, because one of the things is it's difficult. You kill parasites off and they have eggs. So it's a round robin, but you have to take breaks in between so that it won't be harming your liver. So where a black walnut hull comes in, it comes in as the cleanup crew. You can also use them with the other two, and I'll be very specific about that in a minute. But the main job that this does, besides kill certain parasites that those two do not, that kill parasites that this one does not, is this makes the body healthy and in hospital so they don't want to hang around. The other two are not capable of doing that. So this is very different. So let's talk about it. Long before there were store shelves, Appalachian grannies, old world herbalists, and frontier healers all kept black walnut hull close, the go-to for a good, honest cleanse. It's one of the oldest, most respected herbs in whole folk tradition, straight from God's green pharmacy. We harvest this potent green outer hull at its peak and capture it at full strength, pure, potent, and honest. A few drops in water and the deep wisdom of the black walnut goes to work. It's full strength. Here is what's naturally concentrated in black walnut hull. These are not things that we add. Juglone, the signature compound, a natural ingredient, I can't pronounce that word, that makes the body an inhospitable place for parasites, fungi, mold, and unfriendly microbes. Tannins, richly astringent and antimicrobial, they tone and tighten the gut lining and help create terrain that invaders cannot burrow into and thrive in. Here's my favorite part of this: natural iodine. You're going to hear so much about iodine from us in the future. Black walnut hull is one of the few herbs naturally rich in real iodine, prized for its antimicrobial action and thyroid support. Then it's got ellagic acid and flavonoids, which are powerful antioxidants that protect cells during the cleanse. It's also got iron, potassium, zinc, minerals, and the power to move those around the body electrically where they need to go. One whole, a complete God-given body house cleaning kit. How does it work? Black walnut's cleansing power is simple and elegant. The juglone and the tannins make the body an unwelcome home for things that don't belong. Juglone interferes with the way parasites, yeast, and unfriendly bacteria produce their energy, while the astringent tannins tighten and tone tissue and dry up the damp, sluggish conditions those invaders create and love. Together, they help the body clear the way and reclaim its own terrain, the traditional foundation of every good cleanse. Now, let's talk about the anti-parasites in the worms that it cleanses. It helps take out pinworms, roundworms, tapeworms, and more. But those are the three biggest it goes after. So this is the cornerstone of classic traditional cleanse trio, which is wormwood, clove, and black walnut. You can take them separately. You can take them together. Here's what else I love about this one. It is antifungal for candida yeast overgrowth, a granny favorite, a time-honored answer, traditionally used against fungal troublemakers of every kind, from internal yeast bounce to ringworm, athlete's foot, jock itch, and nail fungus. This can not only be used internally, but put externally on a ringworm or your cuticles. Just don't touch the dropper to it so that you don't, make everything in it then not good. It rebalances the terrain. It's iodine and juglone lend natural germ-fighting support against unfriendly microbes, and it helps the stomach and digestion back if you've got an out-of-whack gut. It's a gentle bitter that helps with bile flow and regularity to relieve both constipation and loose, unsettled diarrhea. Tones and soothes the gut lining after clearing out what didn't belong. It will also topically and internally help with eczema, psoriasis, warts, yes, you heard me, and impetigo, which almost nothing else helps with. So it can be dabbed on external warts. Now, this again goes on for pages, but we're an hour and a half in. This is for thyroid support, blood sugar, and metabolic support. Oral throat and gums. It's a traditional gargle for sore throat, inflamed gums, mouth pain. Detox and blood cleansing, antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. Clears skin, helps with a flake-free scalp, strengthens nails. Again, it's in the Myron Violet glass with the childproof topper, good up to 10 years. Very expensive. You do need a binder with this. Now, I do want to mention, do not take this if you have a tree nut allergy, okay? Now, the other thing is, if you have tinnitus, you might not want to do this without testing just a couple of drops to see, because I think we're going to find out that even parasites and mold and yeast have a lot to do with that ringing that we hear. I want to tell you how to use the three together, okay? So you know that you do a parasite cleanse coming up on a full moon. Wormwood, it's for the gastrointestinal tract. It centers on intestinal worms. These worms are called helminths, parasitic worms. They include roundworms and nematodes. Wormwood contains a lactone, 2 lactones that are volatile constituents. Experimental studies have found that effects on parasite viability, motility, development, and in some models, egg development and hatching. So this is for a worm cleanse, digestive function, appetite and bile digestive secretion, intestinal tract and intestinal worms. Clove. Clove is for the GI tract when you've got critters there, for nematodes and different types of parasitic organisms, including Ascaris type worms and gastrointestinal worms and other helminths. They also take out protozoa such as Giardia and Entomeba. So that's a big deal. I know there's a lot of worm names I'm throwing out to you. Clove's major constituent is eugenol. The benefits, the two of those were amazing. Now you add the black walnut hull in, and let me tell you why the reason for all three. Wormwood gives you the bitter chemistry traditionally directed toward intestinal worms. Cloves gives you the activity against different parasite species and life stages, including eggs. And the black walnut is for intestinal worms, fungi, and mold. So together, yes, you can take them all at the same time. I would not, but you could. You just have to start small. It would mean if you're going to take all three of them at the same time, you definitely need a binder. Binder, you have to wait 2 to 3 hours after taking. But if you're going to do all three together, whatever the dosage is on the side, go half of each one. Half of each one. Here's what I would do. I would take the clove about 5 o'clock. I would take the wormwood PM. All these are PM. You don't deal with parasites during the day. They're asleep. So you want them to come out, they're active. And this will also help with sleep. So I would do the clove about 5 p.m. I would do the wormwood about 6 p.m. And then I would do the black walnut hull last at 7:30. I'd wait 2 hours. I take a binder. And then we always talk about be asleep between 10 and 2, because those 4 hours are when your body resets, files memories for the day, goes in and cleans up. That's when the cleaning crew is in there, and these need to be in there. Your binder also needs to be in there. Now, these are 3 very, very strong tinctures. You may have die-off systems. Even if you take a binder, you could have some die-off systems. They're called mini crises, MINI. That could be anything from eye boogers to a sore throat, to a little cough, to a little fever, to achiness, to indigestion, nausea, upset stomach. It's temporary. It's temporary. The damage parasites do is forever.
It's a necessary thing that needs to happen for you to get past it. Yes. Sometimes not everybody has horrible symptoms, and a binder helps to hopefully minimize that. Anyways, I want to make sure, because the way that you said it, I just want to make sure. So when you do the 7 p.m. black walnut hull, she said wait 2 hours, meaning 9 p.m. for the binder.
Right.
Okay. Just want to make sure people caught that. All right.
Or you can take all 3 of them together, taking half the dose on the side, put it in some water or something. It's not going to taste great. Chuck it down. It's very small drops. It's not that bad, really. You can even put some honey in it. You barely notice it. But just take a binder 2 hours after.
All right, that's perfect. We've been planning for this. This is a big deal. I will tell you, the only time I've ever been suspended off of Facebook for 30 whole days was when the frontline doctor said black walnut hull, and I shared it and got immediately suspended for 30 days for talking about this particular, black walnut hull. So, okay, let's talk about a couple of questions people are having. Putting it under the tongue, trying to make it sit for 30 seconds. It has a burning sensation, and so if they dilute it,
you can also just drink it straight up. But this is you need it to go in through your gums and your tongue.
Yes, and so what about diluting it a little bit?
Yeah, that's fine. Just swish it around your mouth before you swallow.
All right, got it. Okay, I hope that helps you. Want Truth 333. I saw that. Will the liniment, Slot Winner is asking, will the liniment help to grow back discs in my spine?
I can't promise something like that. That's something that's not even been tested. I can't promise you that we'll grow a bone back. I can promise you it won't hurt it, and it could help.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. So the second is the chicory root. It's organic. All of them are organic, and all of them are full strength. And so we've got the chicory root organic tincture.
You may never have heard of chicory root.
Real quick. I just saw GL is asking over on YouTube, how long should we cleanse? So we're talking about the trio, the traditional cleanse trio. So how long should she cleanse?
Well, that's why I want you to read the ingredients on the side. I don't know how old you are. I don't know anything that's going on with you. So please just follow the directions on the side. Because we have so many now, I can't remember off the top of my head. And unless Ron can twirl that around, I can't tell you.
All right. Ready? And so this one's the chicory root. Let's move on.
Now, you may never have heard of chicory root, but it's one of my favorites. Now, I know every time we do a show, I tell you what my tincture favorite is. And I've got some. I just cannot do without. Licorice root keeps me out of jail. It's cheaper than bail. It takes care of me when I have decision fatigue and I can't answer one more text. But I talked Michelle into this because I don't think she knew too much about it, because I love this one. Listen to this. Long before it became a whisper of flavor in New Orleans coffee, chicory was medicine, good medicine. The Egyptians pressed it for the liver, Romans ate the bitter greens to keep the blood clean on a march. Ayurvedic and Unani physicians reached for its deep taproot to cool inflammation, wake a sluggish digestion, and carry impurities out of the body. Full strength in miring glass. What is naturally in chicory root? Inulin, the star prebiotic fiber, making up as much as 98% of the dried root. This is one of the strongest prebiotics on the planet. The single most studied reason chicory is because it's a gut health legend. Chicoic acid, a powerful polyphenol prized for free radical scavenging and immune metabolic support and wrinkle prevention. Chlorogenic and caffeic acids, the same antioxidant phenolic celebrated in green coffee and artichoke, linked to blood sugar regulation and cardiovascular support. The bitter principles, these are compounds that stimulate digestion and bile. As the calming cousin of wild lettuce, it carries a gentle, grounding, relaxing quality and helps with pain. Coumarins is a plant compound studied for anti-inflammatory and vascular supporting activity. It's also got beta sitosterol, flavonoids, vitamin C, and trace minerals, rounding out a broad spectrum antioxidant and structural support profile. Now, there are things that this one does as an anti-parasitic that does protozoa, which you have in your body. It's also antibacterial for a range of bacteria, including the oral bugs behind gum trouble and bad breath. So this is for oral parasites. Antifungal and antiviral, bones and musculoskeletal. It enhances the calcium and magnesium absorption, feeding stronger bones. This is really the first time we've done that in a tincture. Inflammation and joints, for joint aches and gout complaints. Digestive system, prebiotic, bitter digestive tonic, regularity, absorption across the board. Liver and gallbladder, it's a liver tonic that's hepatoprotective against toxins that are out for liver stress. It encourages the flow of healthy bile, which helps the body break down fats, clear out waste. So this can help if you have heartburn. This was just very different from any of the others we've done. It's for metabolic health and blood sugar. This is great for people with type 2 diabetes. They found meaningful improvements in fasting glucose and A1C. It improves insulin sensitivity in muscle tissue, and it slows the rush of sugar into the bloodstream by supporting steadier digestion. For the heart, it reduces blood viscosity, which is thick, sticky blood, supporting health circulation and helping stop you from getting blood clots. It's been linked to systolic and diastolic blood pressure lowering and regulation. It is a blood purifier. It carries iron throughout the body. It fights free radical damage. It's for respiratory and chest, coughs, colds, sore throats, post-nasal drip. Big deal. That's why it's one of my favorites, because I have that. Fevers and chest congestion. Its cooling anti-inflammatory character was valued for calming irritation, a time-honored respiratory comfort for people with pneumonia and bronchitis and pleurisy. Immune system. Roughly 70% of the immune system lives in the gut. By nourishing the microbiome with prebiotics, chicory supports the body's frontline defenses. Cellular health. It helps repair DNA. Telomere protection. That's how they judge your age, is the length of your telomeres, which only get snipped between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. That's how long you live and the quality of your life. This helps with that. It's the only tincture we have that helps with that. Building block support of protein and amino acids, potassium, calcium. It works with the electrical system to charge your body back to life with cellular housekeeping. It's for the brain, the nervous system, mood, stress. For anxious nervous system, brain and cognition for the gut-brain axis, mental fog and fatigue, feel-good chemistry. This makes your body create natural serotonin, which is the happy natural chemical, the only one that we have also doing that. So it's natural, steady energy, better mood, healthy brain signaling over the long haul, with protection of nerve cells and their synapses to support memory and mental clarity. Kidneys and urinary tract. If you have UTIs, this is for you. It's a gentle diuretic. It's for weight and appetite management because it lowers ghrelin in your body, which is a hunger hormone. The prebiotic natural fiber, not man-made fiber, gives you a feeling of fullness. Women's cycle, hormone, PMS, menstrual, hot flashes, night sweats, muscle joints, cramps, oral and teeth, and fresh breath because you're killing the germs, you're killing the parasites in your mouth. Eyes, full of beta carotene associated with healthy vision. I could just go, and there's 3 more pages. Nausea, lymphatic movement, tissue repair, dry mouth, collagen support, clearer pores, faster healing, nourished scalp with silica, which is natural, great for your nails, whole body radiance. So you may not have heard of chicory root before today, and though it's not my very favorite tincture in the world, it's in my top 3 because it covers more ground than any other tincture we have launched to date. Did you hear that? That's straight up amazing.
Big things. It's big things too. I want to go back to something that you said early on. You said that it assists with gut health. I don't know if people understand how important your gut health is and what it impacts, but one of the biggest things that it can impact is if you suffer with depression. It can be, I don't know if you know this, but your brain is directly linked to your gut. And so when you have bad gut health, it can trigger depression for many people. So be aware of that. Another thing is, a GL was asking, man, it sounds like I need all the tinctures. Is it safe to do that? No, when we launched these in the beginning, a couple of months ago, the first batch, we did mention, and in the last time, but we hadn't done it today, and I've been meaning to, so I'm happy she asked. But we recommend you do about 3 tinctures at a time. And so no more than, we can do less. Yes. And so in a day. So meaning that, yes, thank you. Like you're actively on those tinctures. And so meaning you're on a schedule with them. And so if you're going to do the traditional cleanse trio, just do that. Okay. Do those 3. Now they're not all at the same time necessarily. And that's why we gave you the breakdown on timing. And yes, you need a binder with that. Now, what if someone is only taking the black walnut whole? Do they need the binder with any of the 3 or combination of all 3? Okay, or all of them. Okay. So
now I will say this. I know her binders haven't come in yet. Do not take zeolite. We need to do a whole show about zeolite. It's not real zeolite in the United States. Real zeolite is only in Russia. What we have here is junk.
People, though, some people swear by it. But we are doing activated charcoal and bentonite clay. I have already been through all of that. And I've done all of that. And it's veteran owned in the USA. This is not coming from China. And so everything that I have sourced for that is complete excellence. It's 2 ingredients. It's the activated charcoal and then the glycerin, or I think they're actually a coconut. I forget the exact verbiage, but they're a capsule that's a coconut something another. And so capsule. So excellent. Okay, so there are different binders. We recommend activated charcoal or bentonite clay. And so that's where we feel comfortable, and that's what we will be releasing. And they'll be in, I think they're in bottles of 120. It's either 100 or 120, but I'm almost certain they're 120, and they are extremely affordable. I was shocked at how, actually, I was really shocked at how affordable I'm going to be on those. I couldn't believe it, actually. So, but as soon as they get here, we're releasing them. I'm not holding on to them, and we will be releasing them. And so, okay, the next one we're going to go over is organic garlic tincture.
Okay, this is another really big deal, especially if you are low in selenium, which we all are, or you have blood pressure issues. Now, I want to say one thing about zeolite. I know there are people that love it. They're going to find out the hard way. There is a fairly new, it's not real new, but fairly new parasite. A lot of people don't know about this man-made. They're called morgellons. Morgellons, you can look it up. I'm doing a lot of research on those right now, trying to combat them. They are evil little things. And zeolite empowers them. So the people who are taking zeolite probably don't know about that yet. Now let's go to garlic. Now this is a no-brainer. It's a major
You're on garlic, right?
yeah. It's a major selenium boost, and it lowers blood pressure. It's an antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, antiparasitic, detox, and heavy metal cleanse, flu fighter, improves delivery of oxygen throughout the body, cellular support, and longevity. Full strength. For more than 5,000 years, garlic has been food, medicine, and currency. The workers who raised the Egyptian pyramids were fed garlic for strength and stamina. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, prescribed it. Roman soldiers and Olympic athletes eat it for strength. Louis Pasteur watched it kill bacteria in a dish. In both world wars, it was packed into wounds as Russian penicillin when antibiotics ran short. No other kitchen herb has been trusted by so many for so long, for so much. We capture that bulb at full strength, which is a 1 to 3 fresh bulb extract. We did not use dry bulb in this. Grown to the highest standard, certified organic, kosher, and regenerative farming certified. The real regenerative farming. Now, what is in it? What are the phytochemicals that are naturally in garlic? Allicin, the crown jewel, formed the moment garlic is crushed, a potent antimicrobial and antioxidant, and the source of garlic's unmistakable bite. Adjoin and diallyl sulfides, natural sulfur compounds, some of the best minerals you can put in your body, behind garlic's blood thinning, antifungal, and cardiovascular gifts. SAC, this is again all natural, a gentle, stable, highly absorbable antioxidant compound, alanine and alanase, which is the spark and flint that create allicin on contact, inulin and fructans, natural prebiotic fibers that feed a healthy gut, selenium, lots of it, manganese, vitamin C, vitamin B6, and antioxidant. This is a pure tonic. Again, this does everything, but I've got to keep it flowing. This is major for healthy blood pressure. That is the first thing. Hypertension is what I would say this is for. Then the flu. This will cut down the length of the flu. You'll bounce back quicker. It inhibits bacteria growth, viruses, fungi, and parasites. So if something gets in, this helps prevent it from growing. They hate garlic. Blood circulation, clot-free circulation, healthy nitric oxide levels for relaxed open blood vessels. So again, this can combat any problems you've got going on with blood. You cannot take it with a blood thinner. We'll get to that in just a minute. Here's my second favorite thing it does. Heavy metal cleanse. We haven't talked a lot about heavy metal cleansing yet. This binds and clears heavy metals. Garlic has even been shown to reduce blood lead levels. Supports the liver's natural detox pathways with its sulfur compounds. Sulfur is the raw material of the body's master detoxifiers. It is a powerhouse for low-grade chronic inflammation, healthy brain aging, memory, antioxidants, respiratory and chest for chest tightness, bronchial and sinus trouble, coughing. Its inulin and fructans act as a prebiotic, but a different prebiotic than the one we just did before. Blood sugar metabolic support, joint stiffness, range of motion, and discomfort. Men's vitality and circulation. The nitric oxide has a traditional reputation for stamina, vitality, athletic performance, brain, bone health, and sexual wellness. Cellular and whole body resilience. Populations that eat the most garlic on earth live the longest. Its antioxidant, immunity, and circulatory support make it a true daily longevity tonic, not just a treatment for a disease. It also helps clear skin. It's if you got acne due to fungus, it will take care of that. Fuller, stronger hair, it boosts regrowth. Even in alopecia patients, it's been proven to. Great for nails, whole body radiance, fresh bulb extraction, full strength. You already know about all that. Do not take if you're on blood thinners or have HIV. Now, almost none of the tinctures are good if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. I don't think they would hurt you, but I need to say that because there is alcohol in them. So let's only to have said that about all of them.
Okay, so that was the garlic tincture. By the way, so everything Eva's saying is on each individual, like she was reading the garlic product description, and that is on the product page. So she's kind of, she's not reading word for word. We only have so much time. And then all of those product descriptions are in the free resource on the free resources page in one document, printable with page breaks. So that way, if you only want a certain one, it's just a nice clean copy of 6 pages, 5, 6, 7 pages, depending on the tincture. But it's all there for you. It's not always easy to print what's on a product description. So we took those product descriptions and made them a PDF, downloadable, printable, whatever you want to do. I like the idea of you being able to download them and or print them, because that way, if you ever needed to be able to get to them, you'd be able to print them and stuff and have them with you. All right, the next one is the organic guarana seed tincture. Again, full strength. Okay.
All right. If you want to lose weight, if you want to have energy, this is the one for you. This is so exciting. The sacred energy seed of the Amazon basin rainforest. Deep in the Brazilian Amazon, the Sateri Mawe people have cultivated guarana for centuries, long enough that their oral history calls it a gift from the forest itself. The plant's bright red berries split open as they ripen to reveal a single black seed set in white flesh, uncannily like a human eye peering back, which is why guarana is lovingly known as the eyes of the forest. Warriors and hunters took it long before journeys. Healers use it for strength, endurance, focus. It was and still is the Amazon's original energy tonic. We capture that legendary seed at full strength. This is not a synthetic energy shot. It's not a sugar-loaded can. It's a living extract of one of the most caffeine-rich plants on earth, only found in the rainforest. Grown organically, extracted at full strength. It has guaranine, which is natural caffeine. It contains 2 to 8% caffeine by weight, roughly 4 times that of a coffee bean. So this is the engine behind energy, focus, weight loss, and metabolic lift.
Nothing important.
Nothing important. These bind the caffeine and release it gradually, giving guarana its signature slow burn energy. They're also potent antioxidants. Theobromine, the gentle mood lifting, blood vessel relaxing compound, also found in chocolate. It smooths.
What we're talking about is a marriage saver.
Yes, chocolate. It smooths and extends the caffeine's effect. And theophylline, a bronchodilator class compound that supports open airways and alertness. Saponins and catechin antioxidants, trace minerals, and plant compounds. One seed, a natural stimulant, plus its own built-in time-released buffer. Energy the way the forest intended. The slow burn difference. Why guarana isn't just plant coffee. Here's what sets guarana apart from a cup of coffee or a synthetic caffeine pill. The tannins. In coffee, caffeine hits fast and leaves fast. The spike, then the crash. In guarana, caffeine is bound to tannins and released slowly as digestion frees it. So the lift comes on smoother, lasts longer, and tapers gently instead of dropping you off a cliff. So it blocks something called adenosine, the brain chemical that builds up to drowsiness so that tiredness lifts and alertness rises. This is the go-to for fighting fatigue, attention, working memory, weight and metabolism. It boosts the metabolic rate through thermogenesis, the body burning more energy as heat, supports fat oxidation. Excuse me. Appetite suppressant, helping curb the urge to snack, provides the energy and drive to move more and train harder. A candid note, guarana is a helpful support to a healthy diet, not a magic fat burner. Human weight loss research is still emerging, and this combination with exercise and sensible eating, yada, yada, yada. We know better. We just have to say that on TV. Okay,
Right.
natural.
Mm-hmm.
Natural pain and headache relief. This is wonderful for migraines. It's a proven partner for pain relief because it blocks the adenosine receptors that amplify pain and the headaches that have a heavy, foggy head that comes with fatigue. It fights oxidative stress for eyes and vision, for healthy vision over time, vitality and libido. This is an aphrodisiac. You have been warned. Mood, drive, and motivation, muscles and recovery, heart and circulation, supports healthy blood flow to discourage blood clots, protects LDL cholesterol from oxidation, respiratory and breathing. Again, this goes on for 3.5 more pages. Nervous system resilience, lymphatic, just sugar crash rescue. It's also great for beauty. It's firming and depuffing and glow through circulation. It defends skin against free radical damage behind fine lines, dullness, and premature aging. Now, I do want you to understand this. If you drink 3 cups of coffee a day or 3 glasses of tea or whatever, this counts as a cup. So don't do 3 cups of coffee and then this, because that's 4 cups.
Yeah. Okay. Grammy says, I have a Godly Granny notebook with all of this amazing knowledge. We'll be printing the new tinctures info after the show. That's a Grammy for you. Okay, let's go on ahead and cover a couple of quick questions. Thank you for addressing the binders rules. PW said, you're welcome, sweetie. I don't know why. I'm hoping that they actually ship this next week. They should. It's just a big order. My initial order was a big order, and it's just taken them a minute, apparently. Kazadu, very interesting. Thank you for sharing. Not surprised. She says, Kazadu77 says, my mom was from Italy, and when she was a little girl, they used to eat cloves of garlic every day for deworming.
That's correct.
Remember, that's part of our traditional cleanse trio that we went over a little while ago. And so thank you so much for sharing that. That's great information.
Nobody enjoys doing that, which is why we put it in a bottle.
Yeah. Mrs. MJ Norris says, can these tinctures be used in cooking? I guess you want to put some garlic tincture in her spaghetti.
I wouldn't, for 2 reasons. I don't know what you're cooking, and I don't know the heat, and I don't want you to cook any of the good stuff out of it.
It's got alcohol in it. So
you can put it in coffee because that's not too hot.
Yeah, and we don't know who's eating it, so it would be best to not do that, sweetie.
Hold on. Lest you think I'm not all about what I say I'm about. I don't have to tear this apart and eat it anymore because the garlic tincture's here.
Yes. All right. Becky Lee says, can this be used? She's talking about the garlic tincture daily, and for how long?
Again, just because there's so many, and I don't want to make a mistake out loud, please read the side of the bottle because I don't have that printout in front of me.
And I have the bottle, but good luck reading it without a little bit of help. There was something I wanted to tell everybody, but I don't recall what it is. And so, you know what, too, the website will have it. I just remembered. So, look, the website, we go, again, the product descriptions are in great detail. And so if you If you'll check that, I bet it's on there too for under instructions. So,
We spend
okay.
days writing these people, days writing these
Yes.
to get
Okay.
it.
We're gonna move on. We've got an hour left. Organic, and we've got a lot to cover. We have new products that we've been working on for months that are releasing today. We haven't even gotten to those yet, which y'all don't even know about. This is a big deal. So we're gonna keep moving. Organic passion flower tincture, full strength, of course.
Okay, where are my people who are insomniacs who have a hard time going to sleep, staying asleep? These two next tinctures are for you. You can do one or the other. They're much better together because they have a synergy built between them. The first one is full strength passion flower. Sleep, sleep, sleep. If you can't remember anything else, sleep, sleep, sleep. Okay. Emotional resilience, relaxation, nervous system balance. If you're overstimulated, if you're on a mental loop at night, and you remembered something from the third grade and what you wish you would have said to that boy on the playground, this is for you. It's the herb people reach for when they have too much of everything else, racing thoughts, too many responsibilities, too many tabs open in the brain. It supports the nervous system. Best used during demanding seasons of life, emotional overwhelm, mental fatigue, or chronic stress. Stress adaptation, emotional resilience, lifestyle stress, mental recovery. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Now, this is the relaxant to get you to sleep. The one coming up behind it that I say that goes with it, valerian root, is to keep you asleep. I'm sorry that it's two different herbs. I didn't get to make that call back in the beginning with God. So I'm going to leave that. This is for the racing thoughts, the mental chatter, the overactive mind. Some people lie down and fall asleep. My husband, I call it flop and faint. And 2 hours later, I'm coming up with state capitals. So this is going to be my new friend. I'm excited about that. So you just found out about something you don't know. Don't ever play me on Jeopardy. So anxiety and occasional nervousness, brain and cognitive recovery support, emotional wellness. Did I mention sleep? Heart and stress-related cardiovascular support, digestive nervous system support, muscle relaxation support. Did I mention sleep? Women's wellness support, healthy aging, beauty sleep support. Very few contraindications on this one. There's almost nobody that can't take it. You don't need to take it if you're on sleep medication. Do this instead. Your body knows what to do with this. I'm just telling you. So if you can't go to sleep because you can't stop naming rivers in Russia or whatever, which is geography is my thing at night. Don't ask me why. It's ridiculous. It has to be in alphabetical order, and I always have to do more than I did the night before. It's crazy. So this is going to be my friend. So this is to go to sleep. Valerian root, which is the next one, is to stay asleep and quit waking up at 3 a.m., unless you're one of those people, God wakes up at 3 a.m. to pray the last watch of the night. Then don't take this because it's going to be hard to wake up. And I'm not getting to heaven an answer for why you didn't get up at 3 o'clock and pray.
Do you take these at the same time?
I do.
Okay, so I just want to make sure because people are going to ask, do I take them at the same time or do I do one?
Just take like one drop less of each if you're going to do it at the exact same time.
All right, go on ahead and go over this one next.
Don't do this with the binder. Don't do this with the binder.
And that's when you say this, you mean passion flower and valerian root.
Don't do a binder. Everything's not meant to have a binder. A binder will pull out anything that you did 2 hours prior. 2 hours prior.
Okay. Including the good stuff that you're trying. So you're undoing, if you do a binder, you're undoing the good stuff you just put in. So that's why you'll be waking up at 3 and you'll wonder why. And it's because you used a binder. And so don't
fuss at Michelle, and she's going to fuss at me. And I'm going to say you weren't compliant.
All right. So go on ahead and go over the organic valerian root full strength tincture.
If you can't take melatonin, which a lot of people can't take melatonin because it gives you some dreams, right? So this is for you. So this is the stay asleep, deep rest. This is when you have REM sleep. You're supposed to have 3 to 4 1.5 hour REM sleep phases per night. This is for REM sleep. The root that's been putting the world to sleep for 2,000 years. Hippocrates wrote about it. Galen prescribed it for insomnia. Through the Middle Ages, it was called all heal. To the 2 world wars, it was given to soldiers to calm shattered nerves, and they didn't have anything for pain. Full strength. Now, what is in it? It's got natural valerianic acid and valerenol, which are the signature actives shown to calm the nervous system, by working directly on the brain's GABA receptors. Those are those little things sitting up there in the brain that go, can I relax and still be safe? And the answer is yes. Do you know how when COVID came out and they showed what the microbe looked like, it had an indentation that fit exactly over where they wanted to go in the human body because it was man-made. Valerian root is not man-made, but it binds to the receptors of the brain that makes the body produce natural GABA. Now, a lot of you take gabapentin. This is natural gabapentin that the body knows what to do with. So it's got GABA and amino acids, the brain's own calm down neurotransmitter for the electrical part of your body. Flavonoids for deep sleep supporting antioxidants. Isovaleric acid, the earthy essence that carries valerian's soothing character. This is the next best thing to turning your body off and back on. That's what this is for. The benefit system, deep restful sleep. A major review of 60 studies concluded valerian is even safe and effective for younger people. Calms the 3 a.m. wide awake mind and the restless tossing that steals your rest. It is non-habit forming. None of these are habit forming. Now, you may want them, but they're not habit forming. It calms anxiety and stress. It rewires the body naturally. It cuts off and melts away that wired, tense, can't switch off feeling of being stressed out. Like, you sometimes feel like, even if you're married, there's so much going on in life, you feel like the only adult in the room because he's got his priorities, we've got my priorities, we've got a big family, we've got a business, we've got, a parent that's not doing well, we've got a brother in the hospital again. When you feel like the only adult in the room, even if you're not the only adult in the room and you can't sleep because of it, this will lure you to deep sleep. This is for jittery nerves, restless nerves, if you're keyed up and you can't relax. It's also for muscle cramps. This is great for PMS. It's a natural antispasmodic. It's for restless legs. It relaxes tense, knotted muscles and cramps, including the stress, held tension in the neck, back, shoulders, and jaw. It's for muscle twitches and spasms. It's for menstrual cramps. It's for, it calms the nervous racing and pounding heartbeat and stress-related palpitations. Eases stress-related high blood pressure. Is a digestive comfort. If you have IBS type spasms and cramping in a nervous stomach and a knotted, stressed, upset gut, this is for you. It also adds calm focus the next morning, especially to kids who have OCD type restlessness and children's attentions. Its calming, mood steadying nature helps lift the weight of a frazzled, overloaded mind. Headache and tension relief relaxes the tight muscles and frayed nerves behind tension headaches, including the pressure that builds up behind the eyes. It's cellular support to defend against free radical stress. It's for beauty sleep, which helps everything. If you get the right amount of sleep, it helps everything.
Okay.
Very safe.
All right. And don't take a binder with this and passion flower. Just want to remind everybody that's the last of the tinctures. And so
I want to say one thing.
Beautiful.
If you want that to be a little bit stronger, combine it with ashwagandha, but don't do all three of them at the same time. Do ashwagandha 30 minutes to an hour before you do the other two. It won't hurt you if you don't. Just use smaller doses. But the three, just like we did wormwood clove and black walnut hull, if you do ashwagandha and valerian root and passion flower together, the synergy is just straight up amazing. And these tinctures last for freaking ever. They're such a good investment. They're not going to go bad. They're just wonderful.
Okay, so one thing. So if you're going to bed at 10 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, take the ashwagandha. And do they need to do half or one drop less than the bottle says because they're taking it with the other two?
Yeah, I would do 1 or 2 drops less.
All right.
Start
So
that way. You can always build up. I want you to start slow, because the last thing I need you to do is you be mad at me because I knocked you out and you were late for work. Don't take these and drive a car or heavy machinery.
Bedtime.
Or babysit. Don't do that.
It's bedtime. So ashwagandha, make sure you take a drop or two less, and then wait an hour, and then you can take the passion flower and the root tincture together. And I'm going to recap: no binder. Okay, so these are for those people that have a trouble turning the brain off. KK says ashwagandha's been giving me weird dreams, been using for 4 to 5 nights now. Not scary, but just very odd dreams.
Well, that tells me right there that you've got parasites. Ashwagandha doesn't normally do that. The only two that normally do that are St. John's wort and one that I just mentioned. Just skipped my mind. Ashwagandha doesn't normally do that. You got some critters going on.
Okay, Tad Gray and 1 says the frankincense from Godly Granny is like no other. It is truly a wonderful scent. Thank you, Tad Gray. And 1, yes, and the new one's good. Okay, so we're gonna keep going because we got a lot to cover. Y'all ain't even gonna believe what we hadn't even covered yet. All right, so magnesium deep tissue. Remember we released that not too long ago, and it's the muscle blend. And it comes in the 4-ounce jar, the 2-ounce tube. Well, now y'all should have seen this one coming. It's coming in the bar soap. And so because
she loves the smell of, by the way.
I love what?
The smell of.
Oh yes, I know. It's got arnica and MSM. It just smells great. I'm liking this a lot. Love the smell. All right, tell what it does. It can smell good and look good, but does it work?
And remember, for those of you that I always say every show, people say, you can't do anything with a bar soap because it washes off. I can do a lot with a bar soap. I can start with your pain and muscle and athletic recovery with this one. So it's got, of course, the 3 butters that we always talk about: shea, cocoa, mango butter. And then it's got magnesium chloride, which is what we do right that everybody else gets wrong. They use the wrong magnesium. As, of course, it's got vitamin D3, but it's got MSM, which the body makes naturally, which just pulls inflammation straight out of the skin. Then it's got arnica, ginger, white willow bark, peppermint. These are essential oils: peppermint, eucalyptus, rosemary, cinnamon, black pepper, chamomile, helichrysum, juniper, lemongrass. This is so good. Now, this is not going to take out a terrible ache. It can help dull it. The beautiful part is if you use this to clean up before you put on the magnesium deep tissue muscle relief cream, it's a twofer. And remember, everything that you put on goes on whatever's hurting. Clean feet, the bottom of your feet, because that's the biggest pores of your body that pulls everything up into the body and seals it there. And then your belly button, because you've got 73,000 blood vessels directly under and around it that go to every body extremity. And the essential oil molecules are so small, they cross the blood-brain barrier in 120 seconds. And it just smells good. This is a good smelling soap.
It is. Okay. Anything you want to mention about it before we move on?
Because of the time, I know that they know the soaps are great, and we've got some major hitters.
All right, and don't forget the product description. The entire product description is on the website, and don't forget also that all of today's new products are on the new tab on the website, and all new products are 5% off through today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, which is August the 25th. Okay. Miss Georgia Gal, we're not going to cover castor oil today, but we will on the next show, because we're also at that next show, we're going to be releasing some castor oil packs that just came today. They were custom ordered to my specs, and they are gorgeous. And you're going to know what I don't like about castor oil packs that ours will have and do have. But Granny's got her own castor oil packs. I'm very excited about it. They finally arrived today, but not releasing today. Z, a mom, 2 says, is there tinctures or a product that helps with glaucoma or cataracts? I'm glad you asked. Okay, you answer first, and then I have something to add.
Okay.
Steve.
Well, what you asked about was macular degeneration. That's different than glaucoma and cataracts.
Yeah, this is a different person.
Oh, okay. We are working on something. There's only so much I can do for glaucoma and cataracts. I can do a little bit more for macular degeneration, but we are working on a couple of products from the eyes that's going to be a pearl powder, but not like anybody else's. It's going to have a very specific skill set of additional ingredients that are going to go into it. And it's
'Cause you know,
clean. Nobody else's pearl powder is clean. When you send it off for testing, it's just trash.
and like I said, you know us, we're always looking at, well, what else can it do? So that takes a minute, but we got to get through all the testing and everything, and making sure that the ingredient deck is just right. So we want to make sure every product we try to make sure is a superhero. Okay, but if you have cataracts, I have a man that I met. His name was Jim. I've told this story a few times now. I'm going to tell it again because I saw you saying, cataracts. So he says, Michelle, you're not going to believe what happened. I cured my cataracts. Really? I've never heard of that. I thought you had to have surgery, Jim. He says, no, it was a little old guy. He was so cute. And he was my friend's name. I mean, he was my friend's friend, and my friend's name was Jim. So I would be with Jim and Jim. So anyways, so we had the common friend, and so we'd go to see our friend Jim, and we'd both be there sometimes. So anyway, so what happened is I said, well, what happened? Tell me how you did it. He goes, it was the darndest thing. I didn't even know I was curing myself. What? Cataracts? And you didn't even know? What does that mean? He said, well, you know that apple cider vinegar stuff you get at the grocery store? Yes, I know what you're talking about. He said he got the apple cider vinegar and he would wash his hair with it in the shower. Okay, so in the shower. And he said, so when I would wash my hair with it, which is very good for you, by the way, he said, clarifying, he said, well, it would get in my eyes and it would sting something terrible. He said, but didn't think much about it. Obviously it didn't sting too bad. He kept doing it and he kept letting it get in his eyes. And so he says after a month, it was about the time to go to the doctor, and the doctor had been telling him, you got to have cataract surgery. He goes for a checkup to kind of see where things are at and gonna get the schedule for the cataract surgery. And the doctor says, you don't have cataracts. They're gone. And so he says he knew that he was getting better vision. Things were clearing up for him. And he says it was the apple cider vinegar.
I'll do a profile to see if that will work with pearl powder.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you, does this surprise me? No, because who would have thought kidney stones would be cured with just drinking fresh squeezed lemon water with distilled water and fresh lemons that are organic lemons or even inorganic. At the time, I wasn't even using organic. God's healing. This is like what Eve and I are always telling you about products that we have, and we get all the time people write in or they'll call me or they'll email me and go, okay, the product, blah, blah, blah. Well, we've been using it. My husband's been using it. And guess what's happened? And it'll be something we didn't even tell you, or it was buried into the product description. We didn't mention it on the show, either for time or because, well, we just didn't mention it. And you end up having this miraculous healing or miraculous thing happen. And so this is what happens. Why would we think apple cider vinegar, quality apple cider vinegar, wouldn't do something like that? I mean, look at what Eve just said in the last hour on all these tinctures that are God's ingredients that are undiluted. We keep telling you full strength, full strength, full strength. Because what is the alcohol doing? It's just pulling out God's ingredients out of those plants. And so that's the beauty of it. Do y'all see what we're doing? Do y'all see what we're doing? Organic tinctures at that. So meaning just as clean as possible that you can possibly find. And so, okay. Anything you want to add before we move on? Because we got to keep going. Okay, next one. I'm so excited about this product. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am. And this isn't the only one that we're getting ready to cover that I'm so excited about. But this one is such a need. I get asked about it all the time. We needed this 2 years ago when we launched. This is our magnesium neuropathy cream. Take it away, Eve.
Neuropathy and neuroma. Okay, so we took the best of the Terminator. We took the best of the deep tissue muscle relief. And we took the best of the first fruits lemon to make this, because limonene is what defeats neuropathy and neuroma. So that burning, stabbing, tingling, pins and needles, numbness, electric shock sensations feel like they're on fire. Neuropathy has a vocabulary all its own. And Godly Granny came prepared to answer every last word. Introducing Godly Granny's limonene-filled magnesium neuropathy cream, a jackhammer-loaded formula built for people who are sick and tired of their hands, feet, and legs dictating the terms of their day and night. Granny didn't bring one superstar ingredient to the fight. She brought the whole bench: magnesium chloride, vitamin B6, vitamin D3, vitamin K2, MSM, menthol, capsaicin, and naturally occurring limonene from lemon and lime peel oils, backed by turmeric, arnica montana, ginger, boswellia, which is a type of mushroom, white willow bark, corydalis, and pineapple-derived bromelain. That is not an ingredient list. That's a roll call at muster. Magnesium is just the beginning. The heart of the formula is magnesium chloride, the mineral powerhouse found throughout Godly Granny's targeted magnesium collection. Then comes the vitamins. An especially interesting addition is vitamin B6, which is pyridoxine. The formula is built around nerve-focused body care. Together with the other vitamins, MSM, menthol, and capsaicin, they make. My husband was an electrician by trade prior to this, and they wrap electrical wire to protect. That's what this product does to what is causing your stinging, that burning. It wraps it to protect it.
Okay,
And
so
then Granny
those
was,
those that we've been helping, where we've been using the first fruits, you don't have to do that anymore. This product is all wrapped. What all has been working for you is now all in one product for you.
right, because we were telling everybody to use the Terminator and use the first fruits. And then when we made the muscle deep tissue relief, there were some things in that you needed. So we just put all of them in this jar. And it was one time I was able to do that and get enough in. Granny didn't pick botanicals because their name looked pretty on the jar. Turmeric, ginger, and boswellia have become legendary names and formulas for uncomfortable bodies. Arnica has been topically used for generations. White willow bark is nature's aspirin. Corydalis, a mushroom, has a remarkable history in pain preparations. And bromelain, derived from pineapples, adds another fascinating component to an already stacked formula. One or two of these ingredients would have made an interesting cream. Granny used all of them because this is Godly Granny, not Godly. Maybe we should try a little something and see if it works. Now let's talk limonene. You will not see limonene on the ingredient deck. The reason is we're not allowed to put it on there because it's not an ingredient in and of itself. It is deeply embedded in lemon fruit peel oil and lime fruit peel oil. And they're two different types of limonene. So that's why we put both of them in there. So the citrusant decoration, it's part of the formula, and that makes Godly Granny's limonene-filled magnesium neuropathy cream a whole lot more interesting. With all that firepower, Granny built a beautiful base to carry it. Organic shea butter, cocoa butter, mango butter to create the rich, buttery foundation. 3 beautiful oils, aloe vera, cucumber extract, just things to help that sensory wallop. So what we did is we took a very strong formula to wrap your nerves in, and then we wrapped it in tropical butters and oils that all act as humectants to draw things down into the skin, down deep under the layers where we need it to get to, and seal it there. That's what it's for. Who should use it? Nobody needs to tell you. If you've got burning, tingling, prickling, pins and needles, stabbing, shooting, numbness, hypersensitivity, or electric shock sensation because your hands or feet have already provided the demonstration, or you're the person rubbing your feet at the end of the day and you can't sleep, this is for you. It's built for feet, toes, ankles, calves, legs, hands, arms, fingers, anywhere where neuropathy makes itself known. Now, I want to say this, and this was an unexpected benefit for people who have lost a limb, even if it's a small limb, even if it's a toe. You've heard of phantom pain. There's not a whole lot you can do for phantom pain. However, this is testing very well in that arena to help buffer that. So I think that's a very big deal for this cream.
Oh, praise God. This also comes in a 2-ounce tube or the 4-ounce jar, just like all of our other magnesium type products. This is called a magnesium neuropathy cream. Okay, so I did see, I think it was Rules PW asking for us, saying that you couldn't read the, or it was, I'm sorry, Want Truth. So she says when you show a product on the screen, she can't read the name of the product. One thing that will help you is when you go to godlygranny.com, if you're looking for something specifically that was on today's show, go to the new tab at the top. And that will help you because that will take out all the existing products and you'll see all the new products only that we launched today that has the 5% off, and that will help you. The one we're talking about right now is the magnesium neuropathy cream. We say the name at the beginning of every one of the products that we're discussing. And so maybe you're just kind of missing it. But this is the magnesium neuropathy cream that we're talking about right now. And this is the 2-ounce tube. It's TSA compliant, so if you're flying anywhere, and so you'll be able to take it on with you if you needed to. And so we pretty much do we do all of our magnesium creams, Pain Terminator, even a makeup remover. The 3-in-1 makeup remover comes now in a 2-ounce, and wild yam, testosterone cream. The reason is because that way you don't have to check that bag if you don't want to when you're traveling, if you do some air flight. Okay, let's keep going. We also are launching, when we came out with neuropathy, because we're also coming out with today the neuropathy, the magnesium neuropathy bar soap. And so this is what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? And so it smells clean. I can smell the lemon in it, which is like our lemon first fruits, which is extremely popular. Absolutely, you smell that limonene. Okay, go on.
So for time, because we have so much more to go, and the two of the biggest products launched are still to come, I want to say that the ingredients in the cream are also in the bar soap. This preps the body. The reason it's important is because when your body is warm and wet and your pores are open, that's when it's the most receptive. So this is the preliminary to putting on the neuropathy cream. Okay, same basic formula. Very important, because you're not putting the cream probably on hot skin like you are the bar soap.
Okay, so you use this in the bathtub while your feet are warm, your pores have opened up, and she's saying this is part 1, and then you do the cream. Tanya Jones says this is what I've been waiting for, neuropathy cream. Yay, girl, we got you, and it's 5% off, so that'll help you too. All right, let's go on. So goat milk bar soap, I love goat milk. And our goat milk has the goat milk and honey and sea moss. Well, I got to looking one day and I realized we had vanilla patchouli in a 2-ounce tube. We didn't have the bar soap in vanilla patchouli. And I was like, this smells way too good to not have in a bar soap. And so as of today, we now have vanilla patchouli in the bar soap. Anything you want to add about it, Eve?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just heard Cousin hit the floor, because she's the one that's always going, I got to have patchouli. I got to have patchouli. So for those of you that don't know what vanilla patchouli smells like, calling our early friends woody, sacred sandalwood, and timeless golden amber, tantalized on a deep base of sweet patchouli, enriched by creamy Madagascar vanilla.
It is so
I call
great.
it our Jimi Hendrix scent.
Okay, our entire Granny Shack, which is our distribution center, just for those that don't know, I call it the Granny Shack. I think my son came up with that. So I do the show in my backyard, which I talked about for 3 years in my open, where it's set in my beautiful backyard. I did the Michelle Moore show in my she shed, okay, which is where I'm at now. I'm in my she shed. But then we opened up the Granny Shack, and so it was one of my sons that said you should call it the Granny Shack instead of the distribution center. And so they work there, and I got to tell you, when you walk up and down the aisles and everything of where all the products are to fulfill the orders and everything, this section is, it's just another level. It's just another level. You just have to be there to know what we're talking about. But it's amazing. Everything smells great. Nothing smells bad. But that special little section right there is like, muy bien. Okay, the next one is our Skin Silk Face and Body Butter. We've been giving those out as samples. Y'all have been talking about them, writing me about them. I talked yesterday with the customer, and she said she started telling me about samples that she's bought that she would have never bought if we hadn't given it out in a sample. Talked about how she tried it. And I'm going to tell you, my heart, the first time I ever met Eve, is I was like, I want to do samples. She's like, okay. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. I want to do samples. But, you get started on so many things and it's just taking a back seat. And I want them to look beautiful. I don't want them corrupted with the packaging, just all that kind of stuff. Well, we've been giving out samples of the butters. We've started to give out samples of the scrubs. We've finally gotten that far and we're doing that. I just pulled 24 karat. So you may be getting a 24 karat. We're doing a scrub that's in black raspberry. I know. black raspberry, vanilla. Like there's so many, right? You just never know what you're going to get. And so we have finally a new scent. We haven't released it. And this is what I was talking about, Deborah. And so, Deborah West, I was saying earlier, I would call it out when it was time, and this is it. And so, this is the cherry almond. And I was thinking, Deborah, I don't know how I remember these things, but I was thinking it was you that was like, cherry almond, cherry almond, cherry almond. Well, it's finally happened. Jocelina's happy about this, and Eve has been on my case from the day one, saying you've got to do it. You've got people that love this scent. Well, it's here, and it is smelling amazing. I have to tell you. Go on, Eve. Take it from here.
Okay. So as you know, the Skin Silk Face and Body Butter is the base that we use across the factory in so many of our healing things. It is so healing. It is the base of our eczema butter, and it is the base of our diaper rash cream and a few other things. That's how good just the butter is. Now, for those of you that asked for cherries, this is the gold standard of skincare, 30% shea. This jar starts with 30% shea. Most body butters in a grocery store have 4 to 8%. So Skin Silk isn't whipped air thin lotion or a perfumed placebo. It's nutrition for your skin the way butters, oils, and herbs were always meant to be. It's for skin that needs a coat of moisture. It needs restructuring at the cell matrix. Fragile, thinning, or easily bruised skin that needs strengthening. Wrinkles, lines, and dry patches that won't quit. Itchy, irritated, or rash-prone areas that need calming. Everyday defense against age, stress, and environmental wear and tear. Face, body, hands, feet, cuticles. One jar covers it all. New scent alert. Cherry almond. Smells like a sweet, cozy, and slightly nutty blend of juicy red fruit, warm marzipan, and vanilla. It pairs the bright, tart punch of wild cherries with the rich, soft, and slightly powdery warmth of almond extract, rounded out with creamy base notes like Tahitian vanilla, which is a lighter vanilla than Madagascar vanilla.
Okay, Eve, I got to tell you something. This smells better than the sample. The sample was good. This is next level. If I would have realized it was going to smell this good, I should have done this a year ago. I'm just like, I love cherry anyways. I'll sit around and get I used to as a little girl. I used to get vanilla ice cream in a bowl, and you know those maraschino cherries. And I even liked the stuff in it. It's probably no good for you now. There's no telling what it's made out of versus when I was a little girl. I'm dating myself. But anyways, and so I love cherry. And by the way, one of our top selling lip butter balms is black cherry. So I'm just now realizing this is probably going to be a big hit. Oh, muy bien. Okay, so I absolutely love this. This is a winner.
For those of you that can't imagine, it's reminiscent of the original, long time ago, Jergens almond cream cherry vanilla. It's a little more cherry than that, and a little less almond. But and here it is. We're going into fall. This would be perfect for fall.
Oh,
it's a fun scent. It's a happy scent.
Get you a black cherry butter balm too. That way you can just have the whole experience. Beloved Warrior says, "Oh my goodness, love the cherry almond. You're gonna love it. I promise you. We have done this proud. It smells. I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly shocked at how great it smells. Eve, this was a really good job. I appreciate the excellence to making sure that this is you couldn't smell it better. Cherry almond cannot. There is not another recipe that could smell better. And you know what we did? We had to do it. We now have also pulled out the Demerara scrub. So it's the Skin Silk on the label for those of you that need to know. So go to the new tab if you want, but it's the Skin Silk Face and Body Sugar Scrub. It's a Demerara scrub. Eve, take it away.
So this is probably my favorite scrub because it was the original scrub. And the reason I like it so much is it's an organic mineralized sugar scrub. The grains are slightly bigger than traditional brown sugar. When you go buy a brown sugar scrub from anybody else, what you're getting is white sugar from the grocery store that's been dipped in molasses and dried. It's not even brown sugar, people. I know I'm not kidding. This is real brown sugar. And it comes from the country that used to be French Guiana. It's so mineralized. It's got 212 minerals, microminerals, and micronutrients inside that jar. That doesn't include the vitamins, which are A through K. It's in shea cocoa mango butter. The sugar crystals are kind of shaped like diamonds under a microscope, so they're really good at exfoliating. There's no pain. It's in a soft soap base, so it's a one and done. You put it on wet skin, circular motions, rinse it off. You are done. You have soaked, you have exfoliated, you have cleansed, you have moisturized, all in one thing. What I love about this brown sugar scrub is that you get it remineralizes from the outside in, so you get the exact same benefits of a salt scrub with zero sting. It's beautiful, and now it smells like cherry almond.
It's amazing. Okay, so the suspense is over. I wanted to make sure Deborah West says yes, it was me. She says yay, yes, and says thank you so much. I love you. I hope this is now that I think about it, this is a great example of how much I just think and remember random things trying to take care of everybody. Deborah, I honestly, I always get the best samples, but I'm telling you, the sample did not do this justice, and the sample was good. Jocelina's been asking for it for a year since then because she loved it. I just was like, I don't know. I just wasn't like, it was like an overwhelming winner. I'm always looking for that 110 instead of just
You're
100.
smelling it in a really small pot as opposed to a big jar.
Yes. But now as a bigger jar and the whole, oh, y'all, it's so, Okay, so I had something else. Debbie Taylor says, loving the high and tight products. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Any chance it can be put in a lotion stick for the legs and the arms?
Maybe.
The only thing is, but here's the thing, could be put in a lotion stick, like we just dealt with this right before the show on something else. It's something that could be put in a lotion stick, but I ended up denying it because it didn't get approved. And the reason was because it wasn't as strong. And so, unfortunately, depending on the form something comes in, there are so many other things we have to take into consideration. So, for example, when you put something in a stick, how's it going to stay in a stick? And so what we have to do is we have to look at, okay, well, does that mean there's beeswax that has to be added and then it won't be as strong, or we have to do this or that because your formulas change. And so you can only add so much of the things that, when something else goes in, you got to pull something else out. And maybe sometimes that something else out is what makes it so strong. That's why maybe it comes in a gel, or it comes, see what I'm saying? Or like the corrector comes in a gel tube and not in a stick. And so we'll have to look at that. And so if it foregoes the effectiveness of the product, as effective as it is, then it's probably not going to get approved. I'm probably not going to approve it because I'm going to want you to be happy with the product. And the best way for people to be happy with a product is that it works. It does what it says it's going to do. And so I don't care about taking your money. I care about making a difference in your life. The money stuff that all takes care of itself if we continue to deliver what we say we're going to deliver. So that's the way we work. So that's the only thing we're concerned about, but even I will talk about it and see. Okay, Sewers says, I hope I'm saying your name right. I love the butter samples and use them in my purse. A lot of people have written in and said, thank you, I put it in my purse. They're gifts. They're for you. And if you want to buy something that's like that, great. You'll know what it is. We've got beautiful, clear labels for you to know exactly what they are and what the scent is that you're smelling, if it's sugar plum or whatever it is. But they're a gift. And so we appreciate you doing business with us. And there's no obligation for you to buy any of it. But we send them to you because we know they're such winners. And I think it helps increase the sales, and it's a great way to do that by also giving you a gift. And so I just wanted them, but we looked at other packaging last year, and what we ended up realizing is that it would corrupt a clean product. Couldn't do that. So I ended up coming up with this idea. And so we're so glad that I had that aha moment, and so it's all worked out perfect. Okay, we're going to keep going. This is the big drum roll, please.
Reveal.
Okay, so we have been dealing and planning for this. I'm so excited. So the first one, there's two products. The first one is a daily dose. Daily dose. Now, I want to remind everybody the difference between a cream and a pill. So, the cabal wants you taking pills from the drugstore, and guess what? You absorb about 6 to 7, 8%, 10% tops if you're lucky. And then, of course, it goes through the digestive system. Like with magnesium, a lot of people can't take magnesium. It upsets their stomach. They have digestive issues. And so, but when you take something, don't you want to get as full of a benefit as possible? And so that's why we always say cream, 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 especially ours, because our creams are not diluted. And so they don't sting like a spray does. If you notice, we don't offer a magnesium spray for like nighttime. We could, but it wouldn't be as effective. That goes back to what we were saying a little while ago about the high and tight for Debbie. When she's asking for something else, and I said, well, we'll have to see, because the cream is the most strongest. It is going to be if you're having trouble sleeping, I think you'd rather rub a cream on than a spray if you found out that the cream is more likely to help you because it's got a higher dosage. Are you liking this, Eve? And so, all right. So we want it to work for you because we want you to sleep good. And so if that's what you're having trouble with, we're trying to fix your problems for you. And so in the cleanest, healthiest, bestest, God-given way possible. And so that's what's so amazing about our creams. Well, we're delivering your vitamins today, vitamins and minerals at a whole nother level starting today in a cream. So let's talk about the first one, which is your daily dose mineral cream. We really probably should have done vitamin cream first because you're going to take that first in the morning. So you take your vitamin cream in the morning and your mineral cream at night. But we had mineral cream listed first, so let's do minerals.
Okay, so we've heard twice on the show that 80% of what goes on the skin goes in the skin and 60% gets in the bloodstream, which is a lot higher percentages than anything you could swallow in a pill. Period. You take something in a pill, you've got expensive pee. I'm not telling you to stop taking your pills. I'm telling you I don't take pills because I know topicals where it's at. God told us a long time ago, your best ingredient is only as good as your worst delivery system. It took me a while to understand what he meant. So he meant that he was going to teach us how to use things like humectants. You got 7 layers of skin and you got muscle and sinew and tendons and then bone. So I've got to get things in various places depending on what I'm trying to do. And I need to bypass the digestive system as much as possible, which is why we did sublingual tinctures. And it's why we do a lot of topicals. And I tell you to put them on the bottoms of your feet because that's where the body sucks it up, and your belly button because everything goes to every extremity. Now, here is what's so cool. I can't think of anywhere else you could go because please, if you go to the big box stores and chain stores and you buy minerals and vitamins, there's probably not even minerals in them. And I'm not saying that lightly. Several of the chains almost got shut back several years ago because they went in undercover and tested them. And nothing, like I told you before, that was on the label was actually in the jar. Let me tell you about these. So you apply this one at night. It doesn't have to be late at night. It can be, after supper. So before you take a binder, if it's a binder night. Just don't do it in the morning because you need this at night for healing. Because everybody is minerally challenged. Some of us more than others and some minerals more than others. But here's the bigger point. The human body doesn't manufacture essential minerals. We are just made of them. We have to get them from somewhere. For decades, the answer has been food. That's been taken out. Or swallow another pill. We found another way. Meet Godly Granny's Daily Dose of Mineral Cream, a rich nightly body cream built around magnesium, the right kind, potassium, the right kind, zinc, the right kind, manganese, selenium, copper, and sodium PCA. All of those are natural, okay? Surrounded by nourishing shea butter, jojoba seed oil, and olive fruit oil. This isn't a regular moisturizer with a pinch of something trendy thrown in so we can put it on the jar. The minerals are the reason this cream exists. Apply it generously over broad areas of the body before bed. Massage it in, put on your pajamas, and go to sleep. No handful of horse pills, no complicated schedule. Wear your minerals because wearing your minerals is a thing. We spend plenty of time worrying about what goes into our mouths and remarkably thinking very little about what goes onto our skin. But skin isn't wrapping paper. It is a living organ, sophisticated barrier, largest organ, and transdermal delivery, the movement of substances across and through the skin, is an absolutely real thing. It's why patches and other topical delivery systems exist in the first place. The digestive route is a completely different journey. Anything swallowed has to contend with a gastrointestinal, very harsh environment before the body can make any use of it. Chemical forms, digestion, what else you've eaten, competing nutrients, and individual biology can all influence utilization, which is why we go for absorption instead of digestion. And simply swallowing more doesn't automatically mean your body retains more, which brings us to Granny's favorite measurement, expensive pee. Your body has ways of getting rid of things it doesn't or can't use, and some water-soluble nutrients can ultimately leave the same way that morning coffee did and just as quickly. So Granny started thinking, if topical delivery is a real provable thing, mineral skincare should be a thing, and we're already slathering cream all over ourselves anyway. Why shouldn't the cream have a resume? That's the thinking behind Daily Dose. Put purposeful mineral ingredients into something you can use consistency over a large area every single night or afternoon. We're not claiming that every molecule of every mineral in the jar marches through your skin, enters your bloodstream, and reports for duty and solves every issue. Just a lot. Transdermal movement depends on the particular substance, its form, concentration, formulation, and skin permeability, which is why scrubs are important. Please scrub before doing this. But wearing your minerals is absolutely a more interesting approach to topical body care than just another jar whose greatest ambition is making your elbows soft. Meet Granny's mineral team. Magnesium chloride. Everybody else uses gluconate, and you're not supposed to do that for this. It's the big dog in the jar. There's a lot of it. It provides magnesium, an essential mineral involved in hundreds of normal processes and fundamental to the body. Potassium gluconate supplies potassium, one of the body's essential electrolytes and an important player in normal cellular nerve and muscle function. Zinc gluconate provides zinc, an essential trace mineral involved in normal skin biology, protein synthesis, cellular processes, and antioxidant defenses. Manganese gluconate brings manganese to the team, an essential trace mineral involved in normal enzyme activity, connective tissue formation, metabolism, and the body's antioxidant systems. Selenium gluconate supplies selenium, an essential trace mineral used by important enzyme systems. Selenium is so important, and it's very difficult to get. Copper gluconate provides copper, another essential trace mineral involved in numerous enzymes, connective tissue biology, and the electrical system of the body. Then there's sodium PCA, which is especially at home in skincare. It's associated with the skin's own moisturizing factor and is a powerful humectant that helps attract and retain water, making it valuable for dry, thirsty, dehydrated skin. Why everybody's minerally challenged. Minerals don't become optional because life is busy. Magnesium, potassium, zinc, manganese, selenium, and copper are essential nutrients, meaning the body requires them to live and for normal biological functions, and simply cannot manufacture elementals from nothing. Meanwhile, modern diets are processed, food choices vary wildly. There are pesticides, people sweat, nutritional needs differ. Some people smoke, vape, drink, and plenty of us have days when lunch has less nutritional sophistication than something purchased beside a gas pump. Granny isn't trying to turn body cream into dinner, quite the opposite. She is loud and proud about putting the mineral conversation directly onto your skin, into your bloodstream. We pay enormous attention to the minerals we swallow. Daily Dose asks a different question. Why have we barely begun thinking about the minerals we wear? Why apply it later in the day? Because the healing cycle is between 10 and 2, and that's when minerals get replaced. I'm going to go a little bit quicker because we don't have very long. It's the last thing your skin needs before end of day, unless you're taking tinctures. Do not take a binder with this. Do not take a binder with this. If you are on a binder regimen, take this earlier in the day. It's not going to make you sleepy or anything like that. I just don't want you to do the vitamin and mineral at the same time. Massage daily dose over arms, legs, thighs, belly, shoulders, hands and feet, dry elbows, knees. Give your heels some extra attention. Shea butter for emollient. There's olive fruit oil in here. It's just, I'm telling you what, I fully expect, because I don't know anybody else doing this, that this time next year that the vitamin and mineral topical creams may outsell the Terminator when you see what it does for your health.
I wondered, Eve, if I personally have been talking about how great I've been doing with and consistently doing the magnesium daytime focus in the mornings on the bottoms of my feet, clean feet. So I wondered if that's why my hair didn't need a haircut.
A lot
I
of it.
think you're just getting the minerals and the vitamins. And so through that and my baths and different, we have the bath bombs, the magnesium bath bombs, and I'm using the Noni Plus dry oil that has all the vitamins A through K, all that kind of stuff. And so again, we're not using the toxic products in our home. Even our floor cleaners clean. And
Right.
so, literally. So, anyways, I also want to point out something. If you're ever not sure, you can't remember which one's which, just remember this. We color coded them for you. So the nighttime is the navy blue. And then when does the sun come up? So your vitamin cream, your daily dose, that was your daily dose mineral cream. And now we're going to go over your daily dose vitamin cream. Okay. All right, Eve, go on ahead and take it away.
Okay. Because your skin has a mouth. Apply in the morning. We have been trained to think vitamins belong in bottles, gummies, capsules, packets, and those pill organizers that are 100 years old. Granny says, stop the madness. Meet Godly Granny's Daily Dose Vitamin Cream, a rich whole body morning cream built around a serious lineup of methylated B vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin D3, and vitamin E, surrounded by green tea, acerola cherry, apple, aloe, honey, shea butter, mango butter, cocoa butter. This isn't a regular body moisturizer with a vitamin sprinkled in it. The vitamins are the reason the cream exists. Apply it generally over broad areas of the body instead of taking pills. Wear your vitamins, and when the day is done, use the Daily Dose Mineral Cream. This is not one. I am so proud of this formula. This formula wasn't finalized until 2 days ago. We were still making some
And by
changes.
the way, it smells great. It's winter. We were having a problem because vitamins like to smell like vitamins, and Godly Granny is known because of you guys. I hear all the time, everything smells so amazing. Everything smells so amazing. Everything looks amazing. It's always, we're known for everything being excellent in every way, but especially the scent. And so that was a last minute unforeseen issue. I like it. I absolutely like it. I just thought, well, it's going to be vitamins with something on it. But we thought at the last minute to do the lemon fruit oil. This is a winner.
And we had to add it during the melting session so it would help, because vitamins don't smell good. Real vitamins don't.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud of this.
Yes.
I'm glad that you like it.
I love it. I don't like it. I love it.
This is not one lonely vitamin. This has got vitamin E, and that's just the first vitamin. It's also got niacinamide. We know we love our niacinamide because that opens the blood vessel and makes everything travel through the body faster and better so that it gets where it needs to go.
Oh, well, now wait a minute. Does that mean that that's going to help to deliver this where it needs to go?
Gives the body the energy where it needs to go.
Is it in the mineral cream too? Did I miss that?
No, it's a vitamin. Niacinamide is a vitamin.
Oh, yes. Okay. Gotcha. That's awesome.
One of the hardest working B vitamins in the jar, niacinamide, is involved in cellular energy metabolism and is widely used to support the skin barrier, moisture retention, healthy skin, your bloodstream. Your skin happens to be wearing it. Thiamine, vitamin B. These are methylated vitamins, which means they are active, bioavailable the second you put them on your skin. Thiamine, vitamin B1, plays an essential role in helping the body convert carbohydrates into usable energy and is involved in normal cellular function. We aren't putting caffeine in your body cream. We brought the B1. Riboflavin, which is vitamin B2. Riboflavin participates in energy production and normal cellular metabolism and also contributes to the body's antioxidant systems. It's one of those vitamins nobody talks about until they realize how much it actually does. Inositol nicotinate, a compounding inositol and niacin, giving daily dose another member of the B family neighborhood and complementing the cream's broader B vitamin profile because vitamin B3 brought relatives. Vitamin B6, and not just any B6, natural pyridoxal, an enormous number of enzyme reactions count on this throughout the body, including those involved in amino acid metabolism. Granny didn't come this far to phone in the B6. Inositol, sometimes grouped with B complex family, inositol is an important component of cell membranes and cellular signaling. Tiny ingredient, very big resume. Active folate. This is 5-MTHF, which people are taking by mouth, and I'm not saying that's an awful thing. If it's sublingual, maybe something we look into, but it's so important. This is not the ordinary placebo bad folic acid. This is the natural good one. Folate is involved in normal cell division, DNA synthesis, and methylation processes. We could have used the cheap cousin. We didn't. This is real vitamin B12. The active form. B12 is involved in normal red blood cell formation, nervous system function, DNA synthesis, and cellular energy metabolism. And yes, Granny paired methylated B12 with methylated folate on purpose. Biotin, vitamin B7, the famous one. Biotin contributes to normal metabolism and is probably best known for its association with healthy hair, skin, and nails. It was not going to miss the party. Then calcium pantothenate, vitamin B5, a stable form of vitamin B5 required to make coenzyme A, which the body uses throughout energy and fatty acid metabolism. Daily dose also contains panthenol, a B5 ingredient valued in skincare for its moisturizing, conditioning, and barrier supporting properties. One B5 wasn't enough, apparently, so we also brought choline. Choline is an essential nutrient used in cell membrane structure and normal cellular signaling, and is also a precursor to acetylcholine, which is how your brain communicates with your body. In other words, Granny didn't stop when she reached the end of the vitamins. Everybody remembers from the cereal box. Vitamin A, retinol palmitate, a stable ester of vitamin A used in topical formulations. Vitamin A is associated with normal cell growth and differentiation, while topical retinoids and retinoid derivatives have a long history for supporting smoother, healthier looking skin. So while daily dose is built as whole body vitamin care, your skin is certainly not complaining about the arrangement. Vitamin D3, we know vitamins D roll through the body for bones, for teeth, all of that, cellular processes. Vitamin E conditions the skin from the inside out. Okay, that is already more than any vitamin you would take, and that is half of the formula. I want you to hear me. We didn't stop there. Then we went down the fruit aisle, and we added acerola cherry, because that's the highest content of vitamin C on the planet. Green tea for naturally occurring polyphenols and antioxidant compounds. Apple for its botanical, the things that it brings. Aloe vera, honey, then shea, mango, cocoa butter.
It's great.
When I tell you that this is unheard of, this is going to set the vitamin industry back on. They're not even going to know what to do. They did not see this coming. We were very quiet about it. This is insanely good. You don't hear me talk. Insanely good.
I'm excited. I've been taking it. Okay, so
See, you've been taking it. We're so used to that. You've been wearing it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, taking it doesn't even make sense. GL says, I cannot have garlic or oregano because of my Crohn's. Can I still do the tinctures?
I don't know enough about that to make a recommendation. If I did it, I would. I would do very little just to see what it did.
Baby step that at the very best. But that's probably out of our pay grade on that one.
There was also a
Carol's,
question about whether tinctures should be kept in the refrigerator. That's not going to make them last long. They're already going to last 7 to 10 years. And that slows down the frequency and it makes them not work as good when you put them in your body.
yeah, they need to remain room temperature, honey. Okay, so Carol says, I had just applied some deep tissue magnesium cream, but wait, I cupped my hands while taking the deep tissue and while taking deep breaths, and it's sinus clearing.
Yes, it is. That's the
Everybody
capsaicin.
know what
at
she's
the top.
talking about?
Mhm.
So
Capsaicin
everybody knows. So
oil.
she got the magnesium deep tissue muscle blend on her hands because she was putting it on, and then while it's on her hands, she did like that, and it cleared out her sinuses. All right, the next one, GL says, thank you, thank you, thank you for your samples. You're welcome, sweetie. And she also says, thank you for coming up with the vitamin and mineral creams. I can't absorb anything, and now I can. I'm so excited to get these. That's amazing. That's why we stay up late at night. Even I work weekends and talk all different hours of the night. And so this is why, because we know that there are people that have those kind of problems. So praise God that we're able to come up with some of those answers. God's definitely using us by working together. All right, got a couple of questions. I want to make sure we answer questions because this is how it's great to come out with the products, but people need to understand how to apply them to their lives. So Sherba says, if you bathe and soak at night, okay, taking a bath at night, is it good to mix daily dose with, say, like neuropathy cream or a body butter? Or now what you would do is just put it in a different spot. So you put certain things on your legs, certain things on your belly button.
You can mix those together. And here's another question that's going to come up. Can they use the Daily Dose mineral cream that has magnesium in it and another magnesium product? Absolutely. It's food. It's food, people.
Yeah, your body knows what to do with it. We promise you. It's the same thing with the testosterone cream and the wild yam cream. Your body knows what to do with it. It's food for the body. Okay, so any healing cream? I understand they're all natural, just as it. Yeah, it was an excellent question. Taurus says, "Hi, ladies. Just a quick question. Did the shipping charge change? It's now double the amount of shipping charge. Just checking before I place an order." Okay, so here's the thing. We do not have. I got the good and I got the bad. I'm going to tell you the bad first. We don't have any say over the shipping. The problem is the postal service, which is who we use, for many reasons. The postal service, just like everybody else, going up. And then no sooner did producer Ron adjust everything like it needed to be done, did they go up again? All right, so somebody pays for shipping. Okay, Eve and I were talking about this, and Eve made a big deal about it to me. I don't know if we've talked about it on the show. I don't think you said anything on the show, but you said something to me personally about that you really appreciated the fact that I'm just upfront about it. I'm not, if I say you get free shipping, well, you really paid for free shipping. You know, it ain't really free. And but also I don't do free shipping because we have so many Canadian purchasers and people in the UK that purchase because of our show and everything else. People watch us all over the world. And I don't like to do, people that do free shipping, say in the US only, they have, oh, and by the way, too, they have minimum purchases. Well, if I do a coupon code, the more you spend, the more you save. The other thing is going back to the shipping, and that way it's equal no matter where you live. I'm just trying to be fair for everybody. We want to love on everyone, and we want everybody to get the same benefits. The other thing is you're getting discounted rates. So because we have our Shopify account, you're not paying retail. So if you took a box that you're getting from us and you go to your postal guy, ask him before you open your box, say, would you weigh this and tell me if I shipped it, to the address that it came from in Tennessee, Hendersonville, Tennessee, what would my shipping be? And I promise you it's going to be more than what you paid. Okay? Don't know if you realize that. I just saw today an order come through for over $250, $260, and I was shocked that the shipping was only $10 and some change. I couldn't believe it. I've paid $8 to ship someone a replacement to a pump. or, something silly. And them telling me it was, $6.95 or something, and going, it's what? And so it's a tiny little box. And so I promise you, you're getting a deal. And so you're getting discounted shipping. I've already got that for you because of the business arrangements I have already. And so you're getting the discounted shipping. I'm just not doing all of that. And the more you buy, the more you save. I'm not buying ads anywhere. I don't have to, market, market, market. And instead, you guys have been sharing with your friends and family, coworkers, neighbors, all that. And because the company has continued to grow, I've continued to give it back to you through coupon codes. I hope that helps. And by the way, like today, this has been a new thing with new releases over the last quite a few releases now, and I just talked about it today and said we're going to continue to do this, but new releases for a few days gets 5% off on top of your coupon code and your discounted shipping. See what I'm saying? So I just hope you understand, and I hope you see the value in what we're doing. And that's also why we don't, and we wouldn't anyways, but we don't dilute any of your things. So you're getting high quality, organic, and some, which is proof. That's our proof, that we pay extra for you to see. Like, we promise you, we're doing the absolute best we can to get you the best quality. Okay, even though other
I'm
people.
going to say this when she and I have talked about this a couple of times. To say that there's free shipping is a bold-faced lie. There's no such thing as free shipping. The post office didn't wake up one day and go, you know what, we're just not going to pay our people, and we're just going to ship things for free. Come on, you know that deep down. We're not going to lie about it. And the companies that say free shipping are just marking up the products to cost more to cover the shipping. Everybody knows that. So that we're just not going to lie about it.
Yeah,
Well,
and it
Godly
kind of
Granny, for heaven's sakes. That's one of the big
does.
10.
That does make a good point, Eve, because I don't know anybody who's got less overhead than me. So that something's up. Okay, so because you just can't make the numbers work. But my overhead is so low, and I'm not paying advertising. And so because you guys, it's just when we deliver a product and you try it and you love it and you go, oh my gosh, it's wonderful, it smells wonderful, it works. And then you're going to naturally want to tell your friends and family and your coworkers and all and your neighbors. And so because of that, God's just blessed the whole situation. So it blesses us and we grow. And it's like, well, why would we also do ads? I'm fine with our growth. We don't have to have high numbers. And so it doesn't matter to me. And so, we're doing just fine. And so I have the staff and everything. And that allows us to not spend the money on marketing, which is a very unusual situation. And so that lets us then give it to our marketing department, which is you guys. And so y'all became the marketing department. We didn't plan for that. But y'all did the job, took off with it, telling everybody, bragging about what was working for you. So we were like, and so it was my idea to say, you know what, we're going to do these coupon codes. And so I don't have to do ads. I'm not paying for ads, so I'm gonna give it back to the people. So okay. And then we have Granny Aganza, Flash Aganza. We do all kinds of things. Flash Aganza's coming up, and so we do those things too. And it's just all good, and we do sales with those and things. But anyway, so we do it because we can and give it back and hope you are able to take advantage of it. Producer Ron says, answering the question about the shipping, yes, shipping charges did change because of USPS, which is the Postal Service, charges going up. And I'm pretty sure, Producer Ron, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think I remember it was like we just changed the fees, and a month later they changed them again, went up again. So it was like in 30 days or so they went up. If I'm not mistaken, Grammy might know more than. Actually, I just realized Grammy's husband works for the post office, so she might know the inside scoop on that. But I want to say it was like 30 days apart. There were two. I couldn't believe it. And Ron says, yes, it was. So he knows because he's the one that has to deal with all that. So the larger the order, especially the very, very large orders, you might notice a substantial increase. But again, it's reduced. You might notice a substantial increase, but it's already reduced, from what it was reduced to. So
And the products are concentrated, so you're getting a lot more than you're getting.
Yeah. Okay. And then we're already working on some other things for you on cost savings stuff. So refills and things like that. So that'll be coming probably early in the year next year. That, Rome wasn't built in a day. but we've had an idea, so we're working on it, and we're already working on how can we get you a better value, and refill the products yourself where it's something, Samson's main use, you're going to use Samson's main. And so, well, what if we can get you, instead of a 2 ounce or a 4 ounce, what if we sold you a 10 ounce or a 12 ounce with, in a refillable kind of container that you could do in a bag kind of thing. So we'll see what we can come up with for you, but we're definitely working on it. Tanya says, is it okay for school age children to use the vitamins and the minerals? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. These are very strong. So I wouldn't do it on a child that was under 4.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, you're giving them Flintstone vitamins every day. Heaven forbid, I got to undo some of that. Don't use more than a dime size, and do it every other day through elementary school. Middle school, they can pick up and do an adult dose.
You wouldn't want to do more like a pea size?
Depends. Kids today weigh a lot more than they used to. Obesity is a very real thing with kids, and we're also having to get through a lot of crap that we didn't have to get through when you and I were growing up.
Yeah.
A lot of those kids have vaccinations we have to get through.
Okay, we're already over 3 hours, and so the other things are still somewhat new, and so or repackaged. So we've been having a thing where people want smaller bath bombs, but so we have the foot fizzies and the large bath bombs. I thought maybe we've come up with a solution, and that is our fizzy bath powder and fizzy. It's a bath and foot powders in some situations. So the antifungal with tea tree is a big one that we sell quite a bit of with people with fungal issues on their feet. We have a lot of people that cannot take baths for one reason or another, so they do a lot of foot fizzy baths instead of sitting down in a bathtub. And what I love about these is that you have some suggested dosages on here for you, some guidelines. But you can put a little bit extra. Like sometimes I put a little bit extra pain terminator fizzy powder in my bath if my back is hurting or my feet are hurting or something than what I would normally do. And that's what I love about this. And it's already broken up for you. You're not trying to, break it up. So I'm hoping this is going to be a solution for many of you. And so, but this is the antifungal. And I really just kind of want to move forward onto the next thing, Eve, because
I just want to say that's not colored. That's natural turmeric.
Yes, it's true. Thank you. The next one that we're releasing today, we're not releasing all the foot fizzies at once, and so we're on one built in a day with so many of them. So we'll release a few each month. We've already released some, so the fizzy powder is already available in the stress relief with just lavender, allergy, cold, and sinus. And then we just released the headache migraine. Right now, headache migraine remover is being released as well. So those are the two that we are releasing this month. Did you want to say anything real quick?
I want to do about this one. This is a stronger formula than we used to have. In addition to everything that it has in it to soothe the skin, it's also got white willow bark, which we've talked about a couple of times today, being nature's aspirin, ginkgo biloba, guarana seed extract for headaches, feverfew, ginger root, pineapple fruit extracts with the bromelain, light menthol, and the Japanese peppermint essential oil. This is beautiful.
GL says, I'm in tears. Thank you for everything. GL, it means a lot. I hope that it makes a tangible, big difference in your life. You'll have to be on a regimen and let us know how it's going for you. We're always available. All right, the next thing, the mini sticks. Y'all, I love a good mini stick. The first one, we're releasing 2 mini sticks today. And the first one is the headache migraine remover mini lotion stick. This is a little bit stronger formula, but it's also with beeswax in there. So is that going to be a little bit of a toss up there, Eve?
No, it's still strong.
Okay. So on the temples, you got a headache on the temples inside your wrists where your skin is a little bit thinner, your inside elbows, your belly button, the bottoms of your feet. This little bad boy right here.
Smell it. It's got the Japanese peppermint essential oil.
Anything else you want to talk about on that?
That's enough. Right. They know how good that is.
It's amazing. It will get added to the bundles. It's just sometimes this takes a minute for some of the bundles. And now we're releasing so many products that'll intertwine with some of these bundles. The next one, very excited about. I needed this a week ago. It is the extra strength odor control mini deodorant stick with magnesium, and it is the citrus sandalwood. I love this. It's such a clean ingredient. I just love everything about this baby. It absolutely works. It's strong. If you're like, but Michelle, I need extra strength. It even says extra strength in the title, and it's an amazing product. So this is our first mini stick for a deodorant. It might be the only one. I don't know that we're going to do any more, but who knows? A year from now, I'll probably be like, let's do it in cherry almond. I don't know.
When she first did it, I was like, magnesium deodorant mini stick. But it makes sense. Like if you have hot flashes like I do, then sometimes you got to put on a little edge. It's natural. You got to put natural deodorant on more than you did, big box deodorant. And this is a
Yeah.
very convenient little stick. Just put a little on and go.
Okay, so I didn't think about this, but I thought when we talked about it, I thought, oh, this will be good for me because, I sometimes forget to put deodorant on. It's in the drawer with my makeup, but sometimes I'll just forget. It's in a different spot. Okay, well, that's what happened last week. And so little Jocelina and I were going to lunch, and I realized I forgot to put deodorant on. Well, I wasn't smelling, but the next day I forgot again. And so, you're only going to go so long before you might smell yourself a little bit. And that's what started to happen. And so I thought, well, crap, I forgot 2 days in a row. I've never had this happen. And so forgetting's bad enough, right? Now I've done it 2 days in a row. This is what happens when you're working from bed for a week and a half from an allergic reaction. So what happened is I thought about that, when we talked about this. But then Braylon at our granny shack and Jocelyn Braylon said, well, sometimes people sweat so much. She goes, sometimes I sweat so much that I need to reapply deodorant, and this would be amazing for me. So I thought, wow, I never thought about that before. And so this is so convenient. I'm very excited about this. And if you got a desk drawer at work, your car, your purse, whatever. But I got to say, this is Muy bien, y'all. Muy
I'm
bien.
very happy about it because it's embarrassing if you're a heavy sweater in menopause. So that looks like a chapstick. So it's very cool.
Just don't get it mixed up with sweet orange. Okay, so Xander's mom says everything with Godly Granny is top notch. Thank you so much. We work hard for it to be top notch in every way. All right, the next one is oh, yes. We got our therapeutic massage oils. Well, we're coming out with a few new ones that are purpose driven. And so let's talk about those real quick. The first one is the antifungal. We sell a lot of antifungal stuff. Y'all got some fungal issues at times, and so I feel that my heart just hurts for you. I know people that have that, and so this was one of those that I think, if I remember correctly, little Jocelina said, why not do this in an antifungal? And I called Eve, and Eve said, somebody's thinking. That little Jocelina, you got to watch her. She'll be smart sometimes, where you go, oh, I didn't see that coming, at a whole nother level. And so antifungal.
Again, that's not color. That's the apple cider vinegar in it, and we don't use the bad apple cider vinegar. And I know that your team knows what that means. So from
Yeah.
funky feet to flaky scalps, Granny brought a bigger bottle. Antifungal was created to earn its bathroom real estate. This hardworking formula combines tea tree oil, apple cider vinegar, magnesium, vitamin D3, and these beautiful botanical oils. Massage, absolutely. Bath oil, you bet. Body oil, pour it in. Foot soap, get a basin. Feet that could knock a buzzard off a gut wagon, Granny would particularly like a word with those. And we hadn't even gotten to your scalp, toenails, fingernails, or that husband you've been trying to convince to rub your shoulders. Tea tree and apple cider vinegar. Granny knew exactly what she was doing. They didn't become household wellness staples because somebody on the internet discovered them last Tuesday. Both have long histories in traditional personal care routines, especially for feet, scalp, nails, and skin that need a little extra cleansing attention. So this is also good for we all have Dermadex mites on our body. This is also very good for that. Tea tree leaf oil brings its famously fresh herbal character to the formula, while apple cider vinegar adds another old school favorite commonly found in traditional routines. Then Granny added magnesium chloride, making this far more interesting than an ordinary tea tree body oil. Massage it into tired feet and legs after you've been standing all day. Vitamin D3 adds another wellness component, while the oils provide the silky slip and working time you want for massage while leaving the skin beautifully conditioned. Now let's talk about stank foot. There are tired feet, and then there are feet that come out of a pair of shoes and change the atmosphere in the room, and not like the woman with the alabaster box, not in a good way. Shoes, socks, sweat, heat, work boots, locker rooms, and 12-hour days create an interesting little damp environment where freshness can go south in a hurry. That's precisely where a tea tree and apple cider vinegar body care routine makes a lot of sense. Wash and thoroughly dry your feet, paying particularly attention between the toes. Then massage the oil over the feet, heels, and around the nails and other problem-prone areas. You're conditioning rough skin while tea tree and apple cider vinegar bring their unmistakably fresh, cleansing personalities to the party. And if those feet need an intervention rather than a conversation, make it a foot soak. You know, if you can't get somebody to massage you, take this to your massage therapist. They will love it. It's also great in your hair and scalp if you've got funk in the scalp, which is not unusual these days. This is very good for that. You know, if your kids have, been to school and they've come home with lice in their hair, this is good for that, even as a preventative. So professional massage, at-home therapeutic massage, pick your adventure. Just avoid the eyes, mucous membranes, and broken skin. Build a routine. She's got so many antifungal products, and it's been one of her best-selling lines. There's a lot of people out there with odors in the feet. That's always been a thing, but it's a lot worse now with what they're dumping on us and the water that
I
we're
had
drinking.
no idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
This is a
shocked
really
to see
big
how
deal, and I love putting it in the bath. And even if you don't have stink feet, there's a lot of critters, unhealthy skin critters, this kills on the skin.
All right, so good to put in the bathtub.
Yes.
All right, and by the way, on the front, these are marked specifically for you. So if you ever wonder, it says antifungal bath, body, and therapeutic massage. We did this from the very beginning with the company. I kept saying, we got to tell people where to put it. And so if it's face or face and body, we tell you where or how to use it. So that's what this is, no different. The next one, we're still on the therapeutic massage oils. And so this is an anti-itch, bath, body, and therapeutic massage oil. I talked with a customer of ours who was using the anti-itch products, and she started sharing with me some things I didn't know about her condition. And I didn't know that condition can make people's skin itch. And was it Lyme or what was it she's got? I told you about it, Eve. Do you remember? And it was something common like Lyme or something. And she said, yeah, just
Lyme. It's also anybody, end-stage renal failure, liver failure, all of that.
Mm-hmm. So I got off that phone call thinking, what else can I do to help people like that? And that's when I thought of this. And so it's the anti-itch, bath, body, and therapeutic massage oil. And so we'll be doing a bundle. We don't have an anti-itch bundle, but we're going to be doing that. By the way, anytime there's a bundle, everything is 5% off, which makes it on sale every day, plus your coupon code. So we're going to do a bundle for this, for anti-itch, because we have the bar soaps, we've got the creams, and so we're gonna do this and the mini stick. So now this, and I think that's enough to do a bundle to help people. Yes. All right. You want to say anything about this?
Let me tell you a little bit about this, because don't scratch it has never stopped anybody from scratching anything. There are a few things more aggravating than an itch that will not leave you alone. So Godly Granny came up with the anti-itch bath, body, and therapeutic massage oil. Listen to this lineup: magnesium, chia seed oil, which is renowned for stopping the itch at the source. It'll also take out the redness of rosacea. Vitamin D3, sunflower, sweet almond, grapeseed oil. It's great for bug bites, shaving, rough clothing, grass, gardening, chlorinated pools. Oh my word. Long hot showers, dry hands, dry feet, an irritated scalp. It's for your arms, your legs, your back, your belly, your hands, your feet, elbows, neck, scalp. Again, it can be a massage by someone that you know, or you can take it to a professional masseuse. You can pour it in a foot basin or a great soak. You can put it in the bath. You can put it directly on the skin. It is very concentrated. If you've never heard our story about how chia seed stops even emotional itching and brain registering itching, it's more of a nerve tick. There's just no itch that chia seed does not handle. And I love that about the plant.
By the way, when I was out, everybody knows I was gone for a week and a half. I could not really put much of anything on my skin where I had broken out from an allergic reaction, but I could use the anti-itch even though I wasn't itching because and it was crazy. But I could put that balm on my breakout and then my allergic reaction. But then because of the chia seeds, it also fought the inflammation and helped and aided in my recovery. So highly, highly recommend even just having that around the house. This is also the anti-itch balm is the product that my husband experienced a miracle. His words, not mine. Never heard the man say miracle before, so I almost fell over and said, "Well, this is going to be good. Let's hear it." And so, anyways, I was so proud of him. But because it was a healing miracle, it hit his skin, and he said he knew the minute it hit his skin, he'd been healed of something that had just he'd been itching his inner thigh, and he saw like little veins. He thinks he was maybe bitten by a spider. And this went on for months, and he just could not get it to stop itching all the time. And it was just, he'd just scratch it to where it was almost raw at times. Everybody knows what that's like. And so he says the second that it hit his skin, he knew he was healed. And he's healed. Okay, so the next one, we've got 4 of them total. That was the second one. So antifungal, anti-itch, and now we're coming out also with frankincense and myrrh, bath and body and therapeutic massage oil. They all have magnesium oil and vitamin D3, just like this one as well. So take it away.
Ancient oils, modern remedies, one beautiful bottle. Frankincense and myrrh have been treasured for thousands of years. They were precious enough to be carried across the deserts, traded among kingdoms, and presented among the gifts brought to Jesus. Granny figured they were probably worth keeping around the house. So this has got the base the rest of them have, but this is full. It's got the magnesium, it's got the vitamin D3. This is full of frankincense and myrrh. Frankincense has been prized for centuries in traditional beauty and body care. In modern skincare, it is especially loved for mature, dry, dull, stressed, and uneven looking skin. This makes it a beautiful oil for the neck, décolleté, arms, hands, knees, legs. Massage it over crepey skin. Hello, crepey skin. Somebody was asking about that a little bit earlier. And don't overlook the myrrh. Frankincense always gets top billing, but myrrh has an extraordinary history of its own. Myrrh was traditionally valued in preparations for dry, rough, cracked, mature, and weather-stressed skin, making it a natural partner for frankincense and a rich botanical body oil. Great for hands, elbows, knees, heels, feet, cuticles, and other chronically neglected areas are particularly good places to put this combination to work. Together, frankincense and myrrh give the formula its warm, resonance, earthy aroma while adding centuries of botanical skincare tradition. They've been there for a very long time, and Granny saw no reason to break them up now. This is really great for tired muscles too, and I love this one on my face. Yes, it's for beauty. Absolutely, it is.
It smells
so
amazing.
It has, and it also has magnesium and vitamin D3 in it. Targeted full body massage. Put it in your hair. Put it on your nails. Put it straight on the skin. Put it in your bath. Put it on after the shower. Put it in a foot basin. Beautiful.
Okay, we've got one more. This was little Jocelina's idea. It is the energizing Canaan coffee, bath, body, and therapeutic massage oil. She absolutely loves the Canaan coffee butter balm. It's her and my husband. It's their favorite. But what was going on is I was coming in for my massages, which I'll be there in the morning, and she already has this there for me. But what happened was she said, what would be great is if you had the massage oil in that, then when I give you your massage, I'd be able to use that. I said, I like the way you think. Done. And so that was about a month ago, and today is a beautiful day.
And it goes great with the Canaan coffee body butter, the Canaan coffee scrub, and the Canaan coffee bar soap, which if you guys have never used, it's got actual coffee grain exfoliants in there. If you've never used the coffee soap, oh my.
It is lovely. By the way, we do have a Canaan coffee bundle. And so this will be getting added to the bundle. It's just going to take a minute, but it will, within a week or two, it'll be done. So, okay, because we have to do photography and all that stuff, so it takes a minute. But Eve, will you please tell us about this?
Yes. So where all my people that want tighter skin, or have problems with varicose veins or cellulite, this is yours. Coffee for your cup, coffee for your skin. Granny sees no reason to choose. Some people drink coffee to wake themselves up. Granny decided your skin could use a jolt as well. So Godly Granny's Canaan Coffee Bath Body and Therapeutic Massage Oil combines real Robusta coffee bean extract with magnesium, vitamin D3, and the 3 oils. This is real coffee in the formula, and coffee isn't just there for the aroma. This is the bottle to reach for when you want to nourish dry skin, give tired muscles a proper massage, make skin firmer and tighter. This is for sagging skin. Or go after the appearance of cellulite, dimpled skin, and varicose veins. Use it after the shower, pour it into the bath, massage it to thighs, hips, bellies, buttocks, upper arms, legs, feet, neck, shoulders, or back. Hand it to your spouse, bring it to your professional massage therapist. Give your dry hair and scalp some attention. This will actually help grow hair. It will. Canaan Coffee came prepared to work. Yes, coffee will make the skin look tighter, firmer, smoother, less puffy, and more toned, which is exactly why coffee deserved a starring role in the massage oil. And then there's cellulite. Coffee goes in and it pulls out the fatty deposits. Doesn't happen overnight, and it works best in conjunction with the Canaan Coffee scrub and butter. This is very powerful. It smells beautiful, even if you're not a coffee lover. Again, you can use it after the shower, in the bath, in a foot basin, in your hair, on your nails. It's beautiful. And I've never seen another coffee massage oil that was real coffee ever. So if you want a full body tone up, this is the one for you.
Okay, so I got to tell you something. I used to have a little bit of cellulite on the sides of my legs, like where, right below where your hips are. I had them forever. And I wasn't even, I wasn't heavy or anything, but I would still have that cellulite. And so I used the scrub, and it was a sample, one of the first products that you gave me to look at, test, consider. I used that, and I haven't had it come back. It was gone pretty quick, actually.
You know why? You know why it didn't come back where it will for most people? First of all, you're at the ideal weight. The second thing is you have cleaned up your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Your entire life. So those fatty deposits aren't coming in the way they used to. And your body, your immunity system is a lot stronger to offset.
Oh, yeah. I definitely focus on that. Okay. And I really, if somebody can minimize a bath water, it's me. And so, all right. GL says, I use coffee butter balm to take off my makeup, my eye makeup. I think Jocelyn told me she's doing that too, by the way. She says for her under her eyes. I forgot about that. I'm so glad you brought that up, GL. She says not only does it take off my makeup, but it helps with the bags under my eyes too, which we have talked about that. My son does that some. He has dark circles, not bags. He'll have dark circles some, but he's used it and loves it as well. It's a hit at our home. We're not we don't have I don't even own a coffee maker, but I love the smell of coffee, and most of the household is using it. The butter bomb is my husband's favorite and Jocelyn's favorite. Taurus says, thank you for explaining the shipping charges. I was making sure that it wasn't a shop pay app. That's a good point. I will enjoy more products that will be on their way soon. And my hubby is rolling his eyes again. That's funny. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't get some hey lady, my wife is spending way too much money with you. But anyways, men, I just want to say now, and we still have 2 more products. I just want to say real quick, we are working on some fabulous products for you. I've always said men are celebrated, and we, here at the Michelle Moore Show and Godly Granny. And so I just want to say we're working on some wellness products for you. And, we know that testosterone cream doesn't fix everything. And so I just wanted to point that out or mention that for you to just hold on another month or 2 and just know we're working. Okay. We're hearing from men. And so thank you for reaching out. It's always confidential.
Thanks for trusting us with that.
Yeah. And even Eve doesn't know the name. So when you email me, I even leave your names out of things what you say to me is private. Okay, the next thing is The purple shampoo and conditioner, y'all know I love it, right? I used it today. Um, Travel size. It comes as a set. You have to buy both. But look, this is easy to remove the lid. It's a disc top is what they call it. So you remove the lid, you'll be able to remove that. But look at this. And by the way, I love that the styrofoam thing is in there. Thank you, Eve. And look at this. And then you can refill this. So once you have these, it's got the nice label. Look at this label on a sample size. You're welcome. This is amazing. But y'all, this is amazing. It's not just for blondes, it's for silver, for gray. I think this
White.
conditioner, yes,
White.
and like I think this conditioner is one of the best conditioners I've ever used in my life. It doesn't weigh my hair down. Eve's been having to listen to me yap on about this conditioner for the last, I don't know, 9 months or whenever we release. Oh, it's been a year almost. So this, and we sell a ton of purple shampoo and conditioner. So I just wanted to let you know, but we got you sample sizes, and I had that idea, but then I had a viewer who emailed me, and he stayed on me about it, and so it worked. But here you go. If you need sample sizes of something else, what we say is that we've got the travel kits. You know, we've got that in First Fruits, and we got it in Rustic Man, a sensitive skin, and it comes with a bar soap and shampoos and conditioners, all kinds of nice things that are specific to that scent. And so those are on the website as well. They're amazing, TSA approved sizes as well. And so, and then also we've got something coming out, another alternative for you, probably in the next few weeks when the makeup sticks release. And we talk
Did you
about
tell them about that? I thought
Well,
that
they
was a
know.
surprise.
No,
Okay.
not anymore. Yeah, I just can't keep that a secret. But anyway, so see the makeup sticks. And so I'm so excited about them. They're just gorgeous, and y'all are going to love them. All right, it's been a long show.
Let me
We
say just one
appreciate
last thing before we go.
absolutely.
I told you in about 6 weeks, winter's coming. Winter's coming. Go get you a bottle, a jar, whatever it's a bottle, I guess, of either the orange blossom, the lemon blossom, or the wildflower honey. You're going to want the big size for the release that's coming, because they're going to sell out that day, and then because of what it's for. So get you
Yes.
one. Just pick your, all three are great. There's the top 3 sellers: wildflower, orange blossom, or lemon blossom, and be prepared.
Okay. Y'all just don't even know what's coming. All right, now, also, almost forgot. Y'all would tar and feather me. 4 winners, 4 $25 Granny Bucks gift card winners. So at the beginning of the show, we said live during the show, for every 10th person that left a review, that you would win a $25 Granny Bucks gift card. The first one is to Trish. The second one was to Karen B. The third one was to Becky K. And then the fourth one was to Sharon R. All right, producer Ron says they've all already been sent, so you should have because it's an electronic thing. And so your Granny Bucks gift cards should already be in your email. They've been sent to your email. If you don't see them in your inbox, check your spam. Now, we'll say we have a couple of Karen B's, so if you're both on at the same time, it could be a different Karen B. But anyways, I hope that helps. We've enjoyed today's show, rolling out some goodies. It won't be long, and we're going to do another release of more things with the makeup sticks for you as well. And we will cover castor oil and the castor oil wraps. In fact, we're working on a castor oil guide for you. All right, I hope that you enjoyed today's show. I see you Monday right here with Lieutenant Mark Taylor. See you right here next time on The Michelle Moore Show.
Ever read the ingredients on your everyday products and think, wait, is this shampoo or a science experiment? If your lotion needs a translator, a lab coat, and a warning label, it might be time for a change. Godly Granny products are made with purpose, love, and ingredients you can actually recognize. No mystery chemicals, no toxins, just clean, simple goodness. The way Granny would have wanted, because your skincare shouldn't require a chemistry degree. From shampoo, lotion, skincare, and all natural health remedies, Godly Granny has everything your family needs. It's no wonder we have over 1,200 5-star reviews from our amazing customers to prove it. Join the families just like yours who've switched to Godly Granny. Visit godlygranny.com and sign up for our emails to receive a special discount code for 10% off your first order, plus exclusive updates and information on newly released products.
Hi, I'm Linda Bamber Olson, the inventor of the Wave Watch, the world's first frequency therapy watch. It features over 1,100 targeted frequencies combined into 150 playlists for ease of use. These sounds are acoustical and they move through your body, through your skin and your bones. You don't necessarily have to hear it. As each frequency goes through, it can be realigning, revitalizing, reconnecting, and even rebalancing your body all the way to the cellular level. So that's why we have so many testimonies for aches, ADD and ADHD, allergies, colds and flu, dental, emotions, headaches, joints, kidney stones, nerves, organs, skin health, swelling, tremors, vagus nerve, and so many more. Use this code for $100 off when you purchase the Wave Watch. Thanks for learning about frequencies, using them, and supporting the Wave Watch.
Universal Coin and Bullion is my partner for gold, silver, rare coins, and precious metal IRAs. For over 30 years, they've helped more than 500,000 customers and completed over 2.6 billion in precious metals transactions. They're offering callers 2 1-ounce American Silver Eagles and a 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagle at actual dealer cost. Call Universal Coin and Bullion today.
For Michelle's social media